are in danger. To save them and our finances, we must find the 4 ATMs before our loved ones see how much we've spent. It is our mission.
Toys! Toys, yeah! Toys, toys, toys! So many freaking toys! Toys, 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 toys! Techno wages his battle to find somewhere to display all his toys! No shelving space!
Our wallets are in danger. To save them and our finances, we must find the 4 ATMs before our loved ones see how much we've spent. It is our mission.
Toys! Toys, yeah! Toys, toys, toys! So many freaking toys! Toys, 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 toys! Techno wages his battle to find somewhere to display all his toys! No shelving space!
Our wallets are in danger. To save them and our finances, we must find the 4 ATMs before our loved ones see how much we've spent. It is our mission.
Toys! Toys, yeah! Toys, toys, toys! So many freaking toys! Toys, 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 toys! Techno wages his battle to find somewhere to display all his toys! No shelving space!
Our wallets are in danger. To save them and our finances, we must find the 4 ATMs before our loved ones see how much we've spent. It is our mission.
Toys! Toys, yeah! Toys, toys, toys! So many freaking toys! Toys, 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 toys! Techno wages his battle to find somewhere to display all his toys! No shelving space!
Our wallets are in danger. To save them and our finances, we must find the 4 ATMs before our loved ones see how much we've spent. It is our mission.
Toys! Toys, yeah! Toys, toys, toys! So many freaking toys! Toys, 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 toys! Techno wages his battle to find somewhere to display
wallets are in danger. To save them and our finances, we must find the 4 ATMs before our loved ones see how much we've spent. It is our mission.
Toys! Toys, yeah! Toys, toys, toys! So many freaking toys! Toys, 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 toys! Techno wages his battle to find somewhere to display all his toys! No shelving space!
Our wallets are in danger. To save them and our finances, we must find the 4 ATMs before our loved ones see how much we've spent. It is our mission.
Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, it's me. It's Techno. We're unboxing a whole bunch of figures tonight. Not the ones in the background, obviously, but those are there for comparison's sake. And yeah, so we're doing Studio 686 Devastator at long last. And joining me in hanging out tonight on stream there is Sunny, PKM Candy. How's it going?
Oh. Hey, yeah, today was a day. I'm finally feeling better from being sick. I'm starting to get back into the swing of things, drawing a lot. It's been a good day.
Unfortunately, annoyingly here, I can't actually, we're trying to get this set up for sharing chats. That has not been successful so far, so I'm not going to be able to see, like, if you're in Sunny's chat and you want to say stuff, I'm unfortunately not going to be able to see any of that because I'm going to be over at my lightbox this whole time, and I'm just going to have my own chat visible. Yeah, that's computers for you. Unfortunately, apparently.
Hates Opera, apparently.
Yeah. You can't get any other browsers on the machine? That sucks.
I can probably get Chrome, but I don't really. I miss Chrome. I miss what it used to be.
Understandable. Like, yeah, no, I completely get it. Yeah. It still has you on the start on your
Firefox
own
is
start
probably-
stream graphic, by the way, too.
Yep. I was finishing my live thing.
Okay. But yeah, so apologies because
And-
I'm not gonna actually because all the visuals are probably gonna be like over on my stream, I imagine. So, yeah.
I can grab footage. There we go. I can grab footage of your stream and dupe it, I think.
True. I mean, that doesn't help me at all. I still won't be able to see anything anyone says.
Yeah, you still won't be
unfortunately.
able to see.
So that does not really help all that much. So hey, if you want to just hear a play-by-play of somebody opening toys without actually seeing what that person is doing, like, again, my apologies to everyone in Sunny's chat. I'm not going to actually be able to see any of what you're saying at my lightbox. Like, I need to glance over and at my computer and squint to look at anything over there.
I'll need to find some sort of extension so that I can.
Yeah, I'm
do the
honestly
stream
shocked
together
it's
with my
browser
friends.
dependent. That's kind
Yeah,
of ridiculous.
It really sucks.
It's absurd, yeah.
That smoothie is too big.
I would have thought you could even do it, like, say, through the mobile app or something like that, but yeah, I guess not.
All right. Like I said, we're not able to merge together. So if you'd like to see the toys, I'll try to get footage up. But
Okay.
if I cannot,
Maybe pin something or something like that, just to let people know.
yeah,
That might be the
let's
best idea.
pin.
That can't get shared chat. So yeah. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So Studio Series 86 Devastator. It is the whole group of 6 different Constructicons that came out over the course of this year. I have been slowly building all of these up. We've been trying to get this stream going for a bit too. Like, just get another collab stream with opening more Constructicons. And I'm not even opening the ones that I was originally wanting to do because I'm not convinced I'll have enough time to get to everything, and wanted to get a single combiner done. So yeah, lots of Constructicons.
Yep. Also, that's Ox. I see that you're fighting over first again.
yeah, so we got a whole bunch of boxes. We got a whole bunch of boxes of Constructicons. I'm just trying to decide like what order I want to go through this on here because we got 2 deluxes, we got 2 void. Actually, let me just show everything off here first. So we got like what? We got like the 2 deluxes here. These are the arms. We've got Bone Crusher and Scavenger. They're going to be the arms on here. We've got the 2 Voyager class figures as well. We've got Scrapper and Mixmaster over here. And they are going to form the legs. And then, of course, we have the full-on Commander class 2-pack box of Hook and Long Haul. Yeah, Hook and Long Haul. So, yeah, and they are going to form the torso of Devastator. So, they're all going to be roughly the same size in robot mode, too. But
oh, I see what's going on in my audio. God.
Oh, qu'est-ce que ça?
Speak, please. Let me check. Check now? Can you speak?
Yeah.
Okay. You should be able to hear him more clearly now.
Okay, I'm hearing you fine on my own end, but...
Okay.
Okay. Oh, was I muted there? On yours,
we were
or?
having...
I'm just glancing
So
over.
instead
I'm
of
just
just
glancing over at
grabbing-
my monitor and looking at your chat there. So
Instead of grabbing just Discord audio channels in general, it was only grabbing the sunflower field.
Oh no.
I don't know why.
Okay. Weird.
I need to go through and like. Actually, what
I
need
mean,
to do is
I mean
play
that makes
Lisa
sense
to
because
go
it's probably.
through and check all the settings.
I was gonna say it makes sense if it's only grabbing sunflower field though, because normally that's what you're doing if you're like doing streams. So it makes sense
True,
it's set
but
up
I would
that
like
way.
it to just auto direct into like not if it the title doesn't match. I want it to be similar. I want it to grab the same source.
Right. Okay, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, if you want to come actually check out the footage of this, or it doesn't really matter which stream. I guess I'll put some music on too. But yeah, if you guys want to actually check out the toys being physically opened, because yeah, we're full on opening toys. So yeah, come on by over here. It's annoyed that I'm a little annoyed we can't get the shared chat working on here. So because yeah, otherwise I would be like yeah, share the video, but then it's just a case of but then I'm not getting anything out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise I'd be all for it. It's like, yeah, like just mirror the thing in small or something. But so anyway, I guess the question is to people in chat there. What are people more interested in doing? Seeing? Do you want me to go like? I'm just debating if I want to do like the arms and then the legs, or if I want to do the legs and the arms, or like or release order. I'm kind of torn on what order I want to unbox all these guys in. But yeah. Also for context as well too, in terms of why these ones are all here. These are the releases from I want to say 2014, 2015. I want to say these are the Takara Tomy Unite Warriors versions of the Combiner Wars Devastator. This is the previous all combining Constructicon team that had been done. You know, they're pretty big boys, these figures. They're all pretty large size-wise in terms of just for scaling them next to stuff. Like if I grab this, if I grab Bone Crusher over here, put him next to this Megatron, you can see like he's pretty tall. Like it's a big figure. Like the whole combined mode is like 18 inches or so, so it's a good size. But yeah, I think the way I'm gonna do this, I think I'm gonna do this by going just like kind of bigger to smaller, because we're not gonna be combining until the very end anyway. So we're gonna start out, I think, with the we're gonna start it with the deluxes, and then we're going to do the Voyagers. And okay, is my music even going? I can't even hear it. Oh, I didn't
hear your music either. Did it pause?
No, it just didn't actually start. Okay. Huh.
Oh, okay. I could have sworn I was hearing it before.
No, well, I had my intro music going. I'm just.
Oh, okay. That's what I was hearing.
Okay, iTunes is. Okay, why is it not working? That's weird. Hooray for Scuff. Let me just restart iTunes because it is not actually playing my music. Let's try this again. I need to restart it the right way too, which is the wrong way to run software, because the way I have to restart all this crap is I need to actually go in and kill the process because of all the tied in services that I have running that display the playlist in OBS.
Oh.
So yeah, All right. Anyway, like I'm just waiting for this to start back up. I've got the process running, but yeah, while we're getting this all going, so yeah, it's been a while since you've been on. So I know you said that you've gotten better and stuff. You gotten up to anything interesting other than having to deal with the unfortunate ravages of the world that we live in?
I'm trying to ignore the ravages of the world that we live in. I really just trying to buckle down in improving my skills in art, especially background work.
Yes, I saw
I
the work in progresses that you were posting today on Blue Sky.
oh,
Gorgeous stuff.
thank you.
Freaking gorgeous stuff. I had to shout that out because it's really nice.
I that was just me trying to like do something slightly different because I've been working on the same piece for a while now.
Right.
Because it's gonna be a pretty detailed. It's gonna be a big one, for lack of a better word. So I needed something different. So I was like, I'm gonna do this art study thing that everyone's doing. Uh it's a picture of a famous actress. I forget her name,
Okay. Cool.
but she's in that dress with like a sunbeam down her back in shadow. It looks very hot, very
Nice.
pretty. And everyone's just been redrawing that, and I was like, I want to try that, but I didn't know who to draw with it. And then CL suggested Dia. I was like, I always draw Dia. I want to try drawing someone different. And then it ended up being my Dragon Girl, and it ended up looking really good. It just got away from me, and I was like,
nice.
whoa, yeah.
All right, so good. We got music working properly now. All right.
Yeah, music.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, that's awesome though. Yeah, like I've got some stuff I need to work on this. I've got a bunch of stuff I need to work on this weekend actually. Because yeah, like I've got some stuff that's been on my drawing board list for some just personal like stuff to get done for a while that I really need to get that done soon. I've got the collab art, the art raffle art that I've been working on. I need to finish coloring that. And then of course, like I've just whatever other random stuff I've got that I want to draw and stuff like that, because there's always random stuff that you want to draw. But yeah, we are going to kick this off though with Studio Series Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher he forms like the right arm of the Constructicons for Devastator.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, it's I mean again like
very retro looking box.
Oh yeah, I mean like yeah, they're pretty simple so far. We got like
I like
just
it.
Advertising the media there. They got the little screen cut shot in the back in the upper bit. Oh, you might find this funny just as a thing of, God, graphic design isn't what it used to be in terms of how much they put into it. So they just revealed a whole bunch of new figures this week. Like pre-orders went up for a bunch of new Transformers. Like one of them was like the new Soundwave that they're doing. And the thing is that on the box of the Soundwave, someone eagle-eyed noticed that like at that shot there where they have the little screenshot. Well, one, the screen that he used is kind of washed out. It's kind of like weird colors, all things considered, like compared to some of the transfers out there. But it also has a little play text from the screen, from probably like whatever era, whatever YouTube or whatever they used to screen cap it for the box art. It still has the little play text in the corner.
It has the play button.
No, I don't mean the play button from Soundwave. I mean it's got like just the little play text on like the
not
corner
the
there.
button. It's on the red bar. Yeah, old school.
Yeah. Actually, let me I'm just wandering back over to my computer because I need to grab a screenshot of this. It's
very funny.
It's the most ridiculous thing. Stupid browser taking forever. I've got too many tabs open.
I know that feeling.
Like it's not. Yeah. I am just impatiently waiting. Yeah, that's one of those things. I can understand the benefits of not using Chrome because just how long it takes to actually do anything in Chrome these days. Like, oh my God. You need to restart this thing periodically. But yeah, I mean, we're getting some pretty cool stuff though in terms of actually, I'll just bring it up on stream. I can do that. Where is the graphic for Soundwave? You'll see exactly what I mean when I show this here. Yeah. I think do I have the mini viewer on this view? Oh yeah, I do. Yep. But yeah, you should see exactly what I mean there. If you look up in the very corner there. Oh. Okay, I guess I can't zoom out here, but let's see. Open image in new tab. Yeah, if you look up in the very corner up there, you can see that they left in the little like play from like YouTube or whatever when they screen capped this thing for the box art. Like it's just
Amazing. Yeah, it's
yeah.
old too. They don't I don't
Mhm.
think it looks like that anymore.
Yeah. It's not even a great transfer either, too. That's the
It
crazy part. Like
isn't.
it's a crappy like we got better quality transfers. We got like a 4K they should have like a 4K transfer of the film at this point. Like it's ridiculous that that it's that quality. Like but yeah, anyway though. Yeah, so yeah, that's a little notice about this. Anyway, we will get back into actually opening toys. So, without further ado, let me just grab wherever my scissors are, that I was literally just holding when like a minute ago. Oh, here they are. Of course, I took them with me when I moved desks. All right. So let's get this open. I think we've looked at a spinning box for long enough. In case anyone's curious, that said, in terms of the actual box, this box was obtained via, the spinner bit is from EB Games up here. They have these really nice, the display cases there that are full on, have like lights and like the spinning bit and everything like that on them. So I just took the sides off of it and I've been trialing using it just in streams, just for a spinner. Because hey, it's easy enough to run. And there, now I have a spinning corpse. Now we have a spinning corpse of a robot as we get out all the accessoires. Because we got a bunch of accessories in the little paper here. So, Bone Crusher's accessories are a block of some kind and a gun. All right, so let's take a quick look at this here. So, we got Bone Crusher here. We got his feet out over there. We've got, I'm just trying to see where everything goes. This guy here, I guess this is probably gonna slide in over here. I don't know what the right orientation is, but are you gonna force me to, I think this is gonna force me to just check the instructions just so that I know where everything goes, because I should be able to transform all this stuff without instructions. And yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, so I need to just come in over here. I need to bring this all the way down, and then just slide this guy on like this. All right, there we go. So yeah, this just goes in over there. This is going to be, I think, where the actual arm docks on. I don't know if, yeah, I think this is probably like the shoulder. So anyway, so we have Bone Crusher over here. He is a nice, bog simple Constructicon. We got this little guy over here that needs to peg back in. Yeah, this is meant, oh no, this folds down for robot mode. Okay, I'm just double checking everything, making sure this is right. Yeah, this guy folds down, but it doesn't seem to be, it doesn't seem to be going quite as flush as it should. Weird. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so this guy just comes down here, this guy goes down there, and there we have Bone Crusher in his robot mode. So, Bone Crusher is the first of the 6 Constructicons we're going to be opening up. He turns into Bulldozer. And I mean, yeah, and he's a little bit dumpy, as like 80s animation models make things look.
His legs are a really interesting shape.
I mean, yeah, the legs are just the treads. And I mean, again, it's all a case of like, in terms of, oh, why are the treads like this weird green? Because that's how they did it in the cartoon and on the original toy. So that's why they did it this way. Like the limited paint even is very much a case for detail, is they're going for cartoon fidelity, because these are ultimately trying to go for like accuracy to like the Constructicons as they appeared in Transformers the movie in '86. Like there's a bunch.
How else would they get the kids to buy the toys if they didn't look exactly? Hi,
yeah.
Stevie, welcome in.
Well, I mean, with Devastator, ultimately the thing to remember as well is that there's multiple different appearances of Devastator across like seasons 1 and 2 of the cartoon, depending on like the episode, in terms of just like how well the head is drawn, for instance, and stuff. But generally, like, Transformers the movie, the 86 film has, more or less what people see as like the definitive like appearance. It also has like the best animation of all of them, so that's probably a large part of it too. But yeah, um, that's the story on that. Just putting them here for quick comparison's sake with the previous release here. You can see we have, some slightly different colors on the green. I guess it is coming across pretty well in the camera. It's a little bit more desaturated on the newer figures. And I think the desaturated colors, I think that is a little bit closer to the, like just the animation colors, plus also just the general, like the original toys, I think were a bit less saturated too. But yeah, so anyway, like that's the two of these together just to show that off. Very similar. Very similar. I'm just.
He should still be awake. Let me ping him.
Yep. All right,
I like his little gun.
Oh yeah. He's got the little rifle there. These guys at retail, well, they were in a box set originally. The original release did not have guns. The Takara version did come with all the guns, though. They did a bunch of retooling on the Takara version there to give them a little bit more articulation. And these are also the ones that were easiest for me to grab off the shelf. So, fun fact, I actually like broke a bit on this Bone Crusher. I had to re-glue before stream when I was disassembling Devastator. Yeah, like one of these tabs back here like snapped off. One of these locking tabs for the combined mode. So I just like pulled out some super glue and re-glued it. So, and in case you're wondering too, the reason they did the treads like this is because they were trying to compromise on this one here with regards to like giving because the treads on Devastator there are going to form part of the shoulders, and they were kind of trying to compromise a little bit with this in terms of giving him purple treads on both sides on that figure there, while still giving Bone Crusher the green legs, which is why they did it that way.
Hydrate.
But yeah, so articulation wise, let's take a look at this here. We have a ball jointed head. Actually no, it's just a swivel, and it's just a swivel head. And then we have just up and down motions here as well too. So it's functionally pretty good. He can look pretty much every which way around. We got ball joints here in the shoulders. We got ball joints here at the elbows. Yeah. He can do about 90-degree bend with the elbows there. They're really short. They're really short forearms too. Like these are really dinky forearms. No wrist articulation. It's just like painted hands that are molded into the part. What else we got here to show off? Waist. There is no waist swivel because this entire bit here locks in. So the figure does not really have a waist swivel, unfortunately. What else? All right, we got we got ball joints here, like some big ball joints here in the big ball joints over here. What else? We got all the way around, some decent hip range of motion. We got a thigh swivel there. 90 degrees range of motion here in the knees. So that's pretty good. And then of course we got these toes, which just split apart there for the heel and toe, and the ankle tilts. So you can get some decent articulation out of them. I'm just getting them in a bit of a pose here. If memory serves, I know at least on the first release of Bone Crusher, which this one is, there is, I think it's for alt mode more so. I know there is like a pin misassembly that they did on this version of the toy. I would need to look up again what it is, but yeah, posability wise though, these two are pretty much on par with each other. This one has the same type of knees there. It's got that same, oh, right, these come down here. That's why those weren't bending. The knees pull down, okay. But yeah, so we can still get like 90 degrees range of motion here. What else? Yeah, we still got like, let me just pull these treads down over here. Yeah, of course these aren't coming down, but let's... Of course the slider's not working. Of course it doesn't. This is what happens when you muck with toys that you haven't mucked with in, years. There we go. I just had to go through the inner legs on these sliders. But yeah, so here's the... Okay. Oh, split the crotch there. So anyway, here's this version of Bone Crusher here. So he's even taller then. So you can see here, there's a big height difference between those two. You can see there's a big, I guess it is a bit of a power stance. So yeah, big size difference. Just to do some quick comparisons with a few other figures here. Here he is with the Siege Megatron, and over here, the Siege Megatron mold. So you can see that there is a bit of a size difference here. I think this is a fairly accurate size difference to the cartoon because the Constructicons were not like super large in the original cartoon individually. What else we got? I've got a G2 breakdown over here just so we can see how these compare to the limbs on the Menasor combiner that they did a couple years ago. So like Menasor, like Menasor is a very different combination structure where it's very much like you have a big frame and then you clamp a bunch of cars onto it essentially. They're doing Constructicons aren't quite using that frame system, and I'll go into that in a sec. But yeah, I do not have the 86 Megatron yet. I do have it, but I haven't actually opened it yet, so I can't compare with that Megatron. But I can pull out the 86 Optimus Prime just for the sake of height. And I think this is reasonably accurate to the cartoon scale. I would need to double check, but I mean, it is still a case of a cartoon where no one really paid attention to scale, so except the people watching the show afterwards that made charts and everything. So yeah, so that's all that stuff there. So yeah, I guess we will go in and we are going to do the alternate mode next. So let's clip everything together. Let's pull the gun out. And let's transform this all. All right. So we got the whole shovel over here, the bulldozer shovel. I'm just figuring this all out as we go. So when I was referring to like frame system stuff, I mean, I'll talk about that a little bit right now. The way that they've been doing some of the newer combiners lately is they have been doing a frame system whereby the torso guy comes with a whole bunch of extra parts that form a torso that form like a whole like body frame that everything just pegs into. And the whole rationale behind that strategy is they want to do something that's a bit more cartoon accurate in a cartoon where they generally cheated a lot when they combined. And a lot of times, yeah, they generally would cheat a lot for the combinations. And what else? And then also just giving it like more like sturdier posability there so that you can like pick this thing up and mess with it and you don't have to go, oh, it's going to fall apart. Like they'll have a lot of locking points and connection points on some of those frame systems. Devastator is not using that so much. There are some parts that do. There are a few parts that are going to be add-ons for the combined mode for this, but for the most part, it's basically like the hand. I think it's like the hands and the waist, and that's pretty much. And then like the chest plate, and that's pretty much it. They kept it fairly minimal on him, but yeah, we can see here we got a lot of stuff like this bit here. I think this part here is going to be like for the actual forearm there when we do the combined mode. But yeah, this goes down over here. This goes underneath. Those tab in there. This is pretty similar, I think, to how the original toy transformed, actually. I've messed with an original one, but I haven't done it in quite some time. Yeah. So we take all this here. We can just put the gun into one of these 5mm ports here. And is this it? Okay, yeah, this is how. So this all goes out like this. We can peg the shovel in there, and that is Bone Crusher in his individual construction vehicle mode. So yeah, it's a little construction vehicle, I guess. Works well enough. There's not really much into it in terms of posability, other than yeah, it's a decent enough recreation of the original 80s toy, I suppose. I mean, looks all right here. Some simple decos. All right, let's see. What else we got to talk about here? I don't know. I mean, it looks all right. But yeah, that's one of these guys down. I guess the way I'll do this is I'll just I'll pull him out. I think what I'm gonna do this a little bit different than I've done some of these in the past because they're all gonna have to go back into a vehicle mode as the starting point for the combination, and because I want to get that whole. Yeah, well, no. Generally, with combiners, you go from vehicle mode because like a lot of them tend to be like different vehicles like plugged together. But thinking about that, because I want to do the whole like group shot of everyone together and stuff, I think I'm going to just put him back in the robot mode now, and then I'm going to do all that and then just do this all again later. So, because it's pretty quick. just a case of, well, that way as I'm building these out, I can like swap each one of these out one at a time, and then we can get like the whole shot, because I'm gonna have to put them all in the vehicle mode anyway for the very end of this. So we'll do it that way. So yeah, so pull everything apart. One thing that does surprise me with this guy, I will say, is the amount of ball joints on him. They've generally not done as much. I'm guessing some of it is probably just maybe some of it's a budget thing, I don't know, but they've generally shied away from doing heavy ball joints on a lot of figures, and we did learn the big reason why they moved towards the more universal joint style was that the ball joints don't tend to fail to the ravages of friction a lot faster as far as joints go. They will get loose. That's just the way ball joints are. And when they were doing the War for Cybertron toys there, because they had all these weaponizer gimmicks there, where you had guys that could plug in, and they had all these guys that could come apart and form weapons and armor and stuff like that you could plug on to the bigger guys. Because of that, they wanted to make sure that all the different figures had sturdy enough joints that they could actually hold stuff up. So that kind of motivated that change. And that's mostly kept, and I honestly do prefer the ball joints are a lot easier to disassemble, don't get me wrong, from like a toy customizing standpoint, but I do think the universal joints are probably just better joints in general. But anyway, though, there is Bone Crusher again. So let's replace his Combiner Wars counterpart there. And let's keep going. Let's decrement the toy count. And I guess we will keep going with our arms as soon as I spot where I put the other box down. Because it's not like I only have... Oh, here it is. It's not like I only have 5 boxes or something, but... Yeah, next up, we have the other arm. We have Scavenger. Scavenger is going to form the... I'm just doing my quick memory there. Scavenger is the, arm? The...
Crane?
No. He is a steam shovel, Scavenger.
Steam shovel.
Yeah, he's a steam shovel. He forms the. I can't believe my memory is slipping me just in terms of which of Devastator's arms he is. I think he's the left arm, if I'm remembering my. Of course, no. He's the right arm of Devastator. Right. Yeah, he's the right arm. But yeah, I feel dumb for not being sure on that. But anyway, so he's a cool design. But yeah, let's get him open without any further ado. All right, so we got some instruction stuff over here. We got some little accessories in here. Even smaller baggie, it probably just has the gun in here. And yep, it's just the gun in here. It's just the gun, and then we got a scavenger, or however you want to say it. Not to be confused with the scavengers from the IDW books, but like there's been Scavenger's a name that comes back a lot of times in Transformers. It tends to get used a lot on Steam Shovel characters. There's been a few different scavengers, and a lot of them do tend to be steam shovels. Probably the most infamous one that was not a steam shovel was in the Beast Wars Transmetals toy line back in the day. I'm just gonna grab some tea while I talk, but. Yeah, in the Transmetal toy line, so one of the figures in Beast Wars that did not sell very well was Inferno, who was a character in the show. He clogged a lot of shots. So what they decided to do when they did the Transmetal toy for Inferno is they figured, okay, it'll move better if we don't call this toy Inferno. So let's call it Scavenger instead. And that absolutely did not work because Scavenger clogged shelves everywhere. Because people did not want to buy a chrome fire ant, I guess. Like I like the Scavenger design as a toy for that version. Inferno is a great character, but yeah, he just did not sell.
I wonder why he was not popular.
I know he was a bigger figure, and he didn't show up until later in the cartoon too, I guess. But anyway, though, no, it's like he didn't show up. He showed up, I think, like in the back half of season 1. So for Beast Wars, he was still in a number of episodes, but I don't know, like I thought Inferno's figure was pretty neat though in the original Beast Wars. But anyway, enough about Inferno. We're here to talk about Scavenger. So, I'm just looking at this guy already, and I'm seeing some interesting things. Like, for instance, the fact that he has, some interesting uses of black plastic on this guy. And let's just take a quick look at that head sculpt as well, too. I didn't do a quick look for, I didn't do a quick close-up look, I guess, with Bone Crusher there, but yeah, so that's the head sculpt. It's a really nice head sculpt. It's really clean. Comparing him to this version of Scavenger over here, you can see here that, yeah, they're, like, it's pretty good as, like, these ones had pretty good head sculpts too. And actually, it does look incredibly similar as far as a head sculpt goes. Like, there's really not that much variation you can do with these. Like, it's how he looks in the cartoon. That's just how it goes. But yeah, the new Scavenger here, new hotness. He looks pretty good. Just looking at there, Steam Shovel folds up nicely. Everything compacts like kind of the original toy. He's got that standard silhouette. And the Combiners Wars mold actually does. It's probably going to transform pretty much the same way as this one does. I don't think that there's a lot of these Constructicons. I don't think there's a lot of liberties that you really need to take with some of these figures because there's just the one way that they work. I guess probably the big difference looking at these here. I'm just making sure I grab screenshots as I go, but I guess the big difference here, after I do the whole extending the thighs, because I forgot to do that. Sorry, let me extend the legs on this guy. It'll be easier if I pick him up. There we go. So let's put these two next to each other, and again, we will see a big height difference between these two in terms of just the scaling. Let me just get his arm down.
Oh yeah, big difference.
Yeah, I think the big difference between these two is how they did the actual waist area there. If you notice, they kind of had a bunch of it just hanging behind the waist on the a bunch of the purple hanging behind the waist on this one, whereas this one he just has he just has like a really elongated waist. Like he's the elongated
one kind of
man, I
makes
guess.
him look like he has a thorax.
Yeah, I was thinking a diaper, but I guess the thorax works too. He's got a little bit of a diaper to him. I mean, he looks nice. He looks pretty nice. It's interesting too, looking at this, you can actually kind of tell that there's like two different types of purple plastic they used in here. Because I don't know how well, yeah, you can see here the tones don't quite 100% match. They're very close, but like purple is like one of the hardest things to photograph. So if you've ever if you've ever tried like doing any photography of purple toys, you would know that, God, purple does not play well with cameras. It really does not as soon as you change up lighting. And a lot of the just stuff with plastic types is just based on durability and stuff like that. Stuff like this purple here, they can paint. They can actually do factory paint apps on. The purple that they would use here for the knees, they wanted something a little bit sturdier, so you can't actually paint this purple here, but it's being used for structural purposes. A lot of screws in here too, which is nice. Yeah, articulation-wise on this new Scavenger, let's see. We have a head that swivels. It's also got a little bit of an up and down. So, more so a down than an up, I guess. So he can't really look up. Yeah. Can't really look up at stuff, I guess, unless you just tilt him all the way. Oh, that's interesting. That's probably just a transformation thing here, that he has this sort of sort of like lean back. That's just because of transformation. But what he does have, I think, is... Oh, no, he doesn't have a spinning waist, right? Like, all this kibble gets in the way of the waist articulation. So, a little bit limited there. Let's see. We have giant ball joints here in the arms. Like, yeah, these are some massive ball joints in here. What else? Ball joints here. I think the arms are going to be generally... The arms traditionally on Scavenger are pretty similar to Bone Crusher's arms. One thing I am noticing, though, that's interesting is that it looks like that they sculpted the hands in black plastic. Or maybe it's purple plastic, I don't know. Because, like, if you look on the inside, you can see that it is not green on the inside. Color. Yeah, it's the darker color, and these are clearly, like, entirely painted, these hands. So, yeah, they clearly cast them in black plastic. You can tell, too, as well... this center bit is also black plastic that they painted over. And I think that's because this comes out and forms part of Devastator's forearm there, and the forearms have to be black, so they probably just went, it's going to be easier to paint green over black. Which, you know what, I don't mind that at all. Like, yeah, Honestly, like, stuff tends to look better when it's painted over black anyway, for colors. What else? Legs. We have same knee joints. I think these are in fact the same treads, if memory serves, for between Bone Crusher and Scavenger. Okay, they're not quite. Oh no, they're not quite the same. You can see the sculpting is a little bit different on these in terms of the articulation, but my understanding is because there's people who've done that, you can in fact. There's people who've, because they wanted the purple treads in Devastator, like bought an extra Scavenger and swapped his legs on a Bone Crusher. So the figure will still transform with those alternate legs, I believe. Like you can, yeah, actually you can see here that all these bits in here, it's still got all these same bits on the inside over here. So that's interesting. All right, anyway, speaking of transformation, it's a transformer. Let's transform it. And apologies if anyone's in Sunny's chat. I can't actually see what you're saying there if anyone's commenting on stuff, so you'll have to fill me in on that. We were not able to get the stream together working for this because web browsers are uncooperative sometimes. But yeah, I think Scavenger should be pretty easy to transform. Yeah, if anyone's got questions about this, comments,
Let you know.
Let me know. So yeah, so this guy needs to come down here. I can see, though I'm just trying to. Okay, why is this not swinging down? Something's in the way there, but let's see. Oh, yeah, these ball joints swing down over here. What else? This needs to come out because of just how this is all going to transform. That comes out there. This guy. Oh, interesting. Interesting, just figuring out where some of these parts go. Because yeah, we got all this over here. I guess that these four arms are just going to go out. Let's see. This. How does this all go again? Let's keep the steam shovel bit up here. All right, these come up. These come up over here. And this guy is just. Oh, there we go. Just seemed a bit uncooperative pegwise. So yeah, so this widens out the vehicle mode like this. We get these to peg into the sides. Okay, I don't think I've got the. Do I have the forms around right? I think I got the upper arms on right, but okay. So this all comes down here. Still, I guess I don't need to move some of these parts. Some of these parts are probably more for combined mode that they move. Because yeah, these come in here. These just close up around the torso. The Constructicons were never complex toys. Like some of the unofficial ones are pretty complex. There's like one unofficial set that's out. Realistically, they'll probably be out next year, but that I'm really looking forward to because they're doing an all built-in approach of just having like no extra parts and everything built in all three modes. So like the legs, for instance, the legs are going to have like the entire length of the leg, which is not something that normally gets done. Like the actual design, the prototypes look really cool. But anyway, here is Scavenger there in his vehicle mode, in his standard excavator
Very
mode.
nice.
And something's
He's
not
so
quite...
small compared to his last one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. This does not seem to be. Is this quite in here? Because yeah, it looks like this is a little bit crooked here. I'm just trying to figure out this bit because it looks like this guy is not quite going in over here. Something's not quite lined up. Let's just take a look. Yeah, because this guy here. Yeah, we got a tab there. Because clearly this entire assembly needs to come into this little slot here, but why is it not quite folding up in there? Like you can see here that this tabs in, and this whole bit is meant to just slot in up here, except it's not. Why is it not? And this whole bit feels a little bit loose too. Weird. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's just snapped in. There, just need to put a little bit of pressure, snap it in. And there, now everything is nice and flush. Now this vehicle mode looks good. So yeah, so there is Scavenger. We can see here that we got some decent articulation on the steam shovel. Goes up and down, goes up like that. You know, some good character to it. Still not the best. I wouldn't say it's a nice Scavenger, but yeah, you can tell he's like quite a bit smaller than his counterpart. I think overall, like my favorite Scavenger, incidentally, is the one they did for Beast Machine. Oh, hey, Paxi Prime. Hello. Yeah.
Come on in.
Yeah, apologies we don't have any shared chat going. Like, we could not get the stream together stuff working with Sunny's stream, but hey. But yeah, anyway though, yeah, so Scavenger, I think my favorite Scavenger overall is not actually one of the Constructicon ones, but the one they did for Beast Machines that was also a steam shovel and is like a really cool looking, like futuristic steam shovel. But yeah, this one is pretty good though. It's a good steam shovel Scavenger. Yeah, what else is there to say about it? I mean, he's a functional steam shovel. We'll probably get more into his functionality once we hit combine mode. So let's put him back into robot mode, as we are doing with these, and then we will keep going. And yeah, as I said, fairly simple transformation. And I'm going to probably make it look a lot harder than it is by just fumbling around, as one is wont to do when they're arrogant and think they know how to transform everything because they've transformed enough stuff in their life. Just like, God, I'm sure, I'm very curious how many figures I've mucked with over the course of my life at this point. I've not done a proper inventory of like what's currently on my shelves in terms of like numbers. I'm a little bit afraid to. The only inventories I have is like my actual sales list. And I know that's in the hundreds there, so.
I guess at least hundreds.
Oh yeah. My sales list is absolutely in the hundreds, yeah. So, all right. So just bring these back into place. These ball joints do snap up there to lock them in, which it actually does hold pretty well. And then yeah, we just grab his gun again because we forgot to put that in. And Scavenger, the Scavenger himself. I forgot to do the comparison here. So let's just bring in 86 Optimus again for just a quick size. Again, we can see here that, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's fairly accurate to the Constructicon scale, but they are pretty tiny relative to the originals that we got in Combiner Wars. Although I think I have some knockoffs somewhere of the G1 Constructicons. I think the G1 guys go up to about here or something. Like, they are not very big, the original Devastator figures. They are tiny. I'm pretty sure it's like up to here or something like that. And I will say, I think the purple mismatch is probably going to be a lot less strong in person versus on camera. It's just that classic case of purple under any sort of light looks horrendous, looks not very good, and tends to highlight all the blemishes very easily. Like if I turn off the yellow light, you can see right here that that like improves the match already if I turn off like my yellow front light there. But yeah, that is Scavenger right here. So let's swap them out. Let's swap out Scavenger with Scavenger. Put him over there. And take another toy off the Toy Stone box list. And now we're going to move on to the legs. So I think I'm going to start this off here with Mixmaster. We're going to start this up with Mixmaster. He's the last one of the set to come out, actually. Yeah. He is the most recent one of the Constructicon set to get released. And, I mean, he looks pretty good here. I'm just bending this back a bit. You know, again, the boxes are nice. The other Constructicon ones are pretty stock, except for, like, the art on the front. And, you know, the images on the back. Oh, incidentally, to bring up other random Transforming Robot stuff, you probably wouldn't have seen this either, Sonny. I'll just pop this up here on my screen as well. But so they've been doing like about a month back or so, they announced they were doing like a fan vote Transformer, where the whole thing, they were going to take existing characters and have people vote on which character to give a brand new alt mode to, and then they had like the fans vote on what alt mode it should have, like what the new alternate mode of the figure should be. And yeah, the winner of that whole thing in the end, so the fans ended up voting on the Decepticon Shockwave to get a new alternate mode. And the new alternate mode, we just got the actual design for it. All we knew was that the fans voted on it being some sort of a sea creature. So like some sort of aquatic thing. I think a lot of people were trying to get a Spinosaur Shockwave made because there was some really cool fan art someone did of a Spinosaur Shockwave. Although of course they pretty much right away went, yeah, you're not going to be getting the Spinosaur. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so I'm just bringing this up here so you can see this. So this is what the fan vote Shockwave looks like here. If the viewer came out, this is what we're getting. We are getting a Shockwave that turns into a humpback whale. Like, this is the official concept art for it. It looks really cool.
Cool.
Yeah. I love the fact that he's got like a gun in his mouth too.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's a really cool aesthetic on this thing.
Round shape for relatively inorganic Transformers. This is interesting.
I mean, Shockwave's always had like curves to his design here and there. I mean, like the original toy was like a space gun, so like back in the 80s. And the closest they'll do to the space gun stuff these days is the last Shockwave toy we got was more or less the classic 80s space gun, but they turned it upside down and called it a spaceship. Like, there's been a whole running joke ever since the six-shot figure that we got years ago, because the original G1 six-shot had a gun mode as one of his 6 modes. So when they did the update on six-shot, they took the gun mode, they turned it upside down, and they called it a submarine. So there's been a running joke in the fandom for years that anytime someone does a gun, it's like, oh, that's an upside-down submarine. It's a good one though. It's a good gag that like doesn't get old. The classic upside down sub joke. But yeah, let's keep going. Oh, I can't hear you, Sonny, if you're talking.
Can't hear me?
I just heard that, so.
Oh, no, my chair bumped into the desk.
Okay, I just wasn't sure because I glanced over and saw your thing. You hadn't said a lot, and then I glanced over and saw your thing move and was like, oh, you didn't say anything.
That was broken.
Okay.
Everything's broken on this thing. I need to fix it.
Weird. I assume you're just working on some of your art products there, like off camera, or?
No, I was trying to figure out what was going on with my layout because I noticed like the follower goal on this is off screen and also nothing is being displayed. So
no!
Like, what on earth is going on there?
Oh, that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with that.
Mm-hmm. That's weird.
That's why I said
bloody hell! I
need
to go delete that. Stupid spam bots. Hold on. Where is? Yeah, I got one. I got these. I got this same like spam bot message all the time. I swear. Yeah. Like I get one of these fairly regularly.
His name is even infected.
It's annoying. Yeah.
That's gross.
But yeah, so popping out the card here, we can see that they've kind of been moving away from doing the bagged accessories lately. And I think that's because they are getting used to, again, having the actual clear windows on the boxes. They brought back in clear windows on all the deluxes and stuff. I think it was starting this year that we got the clear windows back. So before they were packaging a lot of these things, keep in mind that, oh, hey, someone is going to be able to actually access the toy through the window on the box. Yeah, so that did impact design stuff here and there on figures, like heads that were harder to remove because they didn't want people LeBron Jamesing them, stuff like that. But yeah, so that is everything out of Mixmaster's box. So Mixmaster over here, this is the Combiner Wars / I guess Unite Warriors version of Mixmaster over here that I have back over here. This one actually has an upgrade kit installed on it to give it a different style of cab, because when they did this Mixmaster, they gave it a more modern mixing truck design there, and the more modern mixing truck design is one where like the cab is on this side of the mixing drum for whatever reason. Like it's not your classic mixing drum vehicle. So the upgrade kit that I got here just gave it like a faux faux front here for the alternate mode. But yeah, yeah, Mixmaster is the, he's the chemist of the group. He's the guy who, is always making up like different things, mixing stuff up in his drum and such. And that drum can plug on over here, I guess. As soon as I find, yes. No, not like that. I just need to find the actual ports for where this plugs in. And I think it's, there we go. Yes, so there's the mixing drum on Mixmaster. It just sits on his back as always. We got the little missiles on the top of his head there that they're very indented here. Like some Mixmasters have those more pronounced than others. Like on this one, you can see those little missiles are a bit more pronounced on this one, the above the head missiles. And he's got this, really deep inset head here. Although since there's no sides along the head, we can still get at it easily enough to move the head. And
spam Musubi, I totally agree.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's a good head sculpt for Mixmaster here. Again, none of these head sculpts are bad. I think it would not surprise me if on these head sculpts, if they full on like used the CAD models from these ones as a starting point for the heads. Like that would not surprise me in the least because a lot of the details look very similar. And I mean, hey, why change something that works, I suppose? But yeah, so. Okay, that's off. Good. So let's just separate out his legs. Let's pose him out. And let's just do a quick 360 of this guy. Just to show off how he... Well, no, let's just show off his different stuff first before I pose him out. So yeah, we got this nice ball jointed head. So we got a little bit of rocking motion. We got some side to side, some up and down. We can get at the head really easily too. Plenty of room for my giant fingers to get in there. Yeah, let's see what else. We got universal joints here. Universal joints here on the shoulders as opposed to ball joints. And we've got a good amount of articulation here. We can get the arms all the way up like this. So yeah, decent amount of posability in these arms. We got swivels up here. So you can already see that we've already got more posability than these guys had because these guys did not have bicep swivels. We got up and down here. We got about 90 degrees here in the elbows. And we do not have wrist joints on him either. The hands are full on sculpted into the side of the vehicle over here.
Ox wishes you a good night as well, Techno.
Oh, have a good night. What else? Do we have a waist joint on this guy? Let's see. We still do not have a waist joint. Again, it looks like it's transformation related in terms of why. And oh, actually, I know why. Because we have this bit of articulation here. If this looks weird, that's because what you're seeing here is an ankle tilt for the combined mode. And that is actually why they made these guys Voyagers, they mentioned in the design stuff. Scrapper and Mixmaster are Voyagers entirely to budget in the ankle tilt. Because it's a pretty sturdy ankle tilt. Like, it's a nice clicky joint. Like, they need to make sure that it was nice and sturdy so that would be able to hold up the weight of, like 4 guys on top of it. We got universal joints in the legs here. We got a swivel there. We got a knee joint that's about 90 degrees. And then we got these tilts over here. And, oh, is that toes over here? Or no, I don't think these are actually meant to be toes. I think these are... maybe this is for the vehicle. Maybe this is for, oh, this is probably for Devastator. This is probably just to, give him a bigger foot for when he's in his combined mode. That's probably why this little toe bit folds out there. Just to give him a better footprint for when he's combined. But yeah, so Mixmaster here. I mean, he looks pretty good. We can get him out in some decent poses. Like, ankle tilts do a lot for posability, and the added bicep swivels are quite nice. So yes, there's Mixmaster right there. I mean, he looks pretty good here. We just got the big mixing drum just sticking at the back. It does do stuff for the transformation, and I guess we'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, it kind of just sits there right now in his robot mode. But that's accurate to the original toy. The original toy just had a static mixing drum sitting on the back. And to compare him with his counterparts here, just quickly, you can see that, yeah, they are more or less the same size. I'm just going to do Scavenger. They're pretty much the same height in terms of where their heads go. Like at head level, they are pretty much the same. It's just we have all this extra stuff on top on Mixmaster here. So you can kind of tell Mixmaster is using a little bit more plastic, just in terms of, I think there's a little more plastic, but then we've also got like, the big thick joint in the torso as well too, for that, what you call it, that ankle. Yeah, let's put this back down. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can give him a little bit of sass too if you do that there. Like you can just have like a bit of a just lean,
A
just
little bit of
lean to
attitude.
the side, a little bit of attitude, yeah. It's like he's working with volatile chemicals. He's a dangerous bot. He's a dangerous bot. And here he is next to the Combiner Wars version, which, yeah, it's definitely a much nicer figure as a robot. With Combiner Wars ones, I will say with those, their priority as a figure there, it was like one big release with like all 6 in a set. And the main priority on that was making like a really nice, really big Devastator. And there were a lot of compromises on the original bots on these guys over here. Case in point, for instance, on the Takara version, they actually did add a bunch of engineering, but he did not have this much arm articulation on the original Hasbro release. They full-on retooled some of these parts to give him like, yeah, this whole bit here, I believe, was like re-engineered there in order to give him like, a bit of a forearm swivel and stuff there. So he had wrists, but yeah, like the arms are really awkward on him. I guess we can shift the arms up like this, but yeah, they are very awkward looking arms on the Combiner Wars version here. So, definitely a little bit of an upgrade on this one. Like, I will say with these guys, the robot modes all look spectacular so far. Like, they all look like really good robots. Oh, how's it going, Strideways? How's it going? I see what you did there. But yeah, so we're on Mixmaster right now. So we're just putting him in. You just came in as I was about to start the transformation on him. So let's figure out how that works for Mixmaster. Like I would typically assume it's a very traditional one of this whole cab we need to open up all this stuff so that we can compress the cab. And I don't know what else, so we'll find out. Yeah, this entire cab compresses here. These just fold up. And that's the side of the cab too, nice. So that thins out the cab a little bit. So these fold up here. We can see there's a slot over there for this tab. Oh, I see. Okay, so we use this knee joint there. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So is it that we use this? I'm just trying to figure out how this goes exactly. Because that goes down here.
I've been on here before.
Yeah, that would be Sunny on voice. Yes, she's just doing a just chatting stream like while we were working on these. So
yeah,
so fold all these up here to get these underneath. Okay, yeah, I'm just. So do these not go anywhere? That seems a bit weird. I'm just trying to figure out like if some of these bits hide away and where some of these things end up. Because it feels a little bit weird. Sorry?
I said it's amazing that you can build the same character like 50 times, and each time will be a little different because each design is a little different.
Yeah, you're right. That is actually pretty cool. And I see how this works. Okay, this isn't the tab slot. This is the tab slot. Okay, I think. Well, no. That actually doesn't make sense either. No, that doesn't make sense either. I'm just trying to figure out like how this all folds for the mixing drum mode. It should be straightforward. But hey, that's the fun of it. Like me just fumbling through these things, thinking I know what I'm doing. Yeah, because these can't straighten out because there's too much stuff in there blocking the way. So how does this all go? Is it really just as simple as this? Maybe it is. Okay, well these have to fold up against here. Yes, these fold here, and that means this chest plate needs to move too. Okay, this chest plate, okay, that folds up there and that locks in over here, okay. Okay, and then they'll let these arms fold up there. So those all go that all goes like that. Yeah, yeah, these are fun toys so far. Like the robot modes are definitely. I think the robot modes are definitely like big steps above the previous releases. I will say, compared to the Combiner Wars ones. I'm just trying to figure out how this all. There's clearly some compressing going on here because I can see here that there's a little slot there that needs to go into this tab over here. So how does this whole cab compress? Interesting. Okay, so we got all these here, but yeah, this bit here of the transformation, that's got to be for leg mode. I can tell that much already.
Wade says, remember how he spoke that in that one episode and everyone in the fandom made fun of his verbal tick?
Oh, yeah. Mixmaster had the verbal tick or whatever, yes. Was that only one episode that he did that in? Because I know there's a few G1 guys that have like verbal ticks. Like Shrapnel famously has like the verbal tick. Where like Shrapnel repeats like the last word of whatever he's saying. But okay, how did this compress? Huh. Because yeah, these get in the way right there, so I can't fold these up all the way. How am I supposed to? I'd better not need to look up instructions. I think, let me think, because these need to end up here because that'll fill in the top of the mixing truck. And I think this guy needs to come down over and fit in over here. Oh, okay, I see. So these, I see. The knees actually fold down the opposite way there. And then that comes together. Okay. So they do bend the opposite way. It's just there's like a soft detent preventing it from like freely bending. Okay, that makes sense. So then all this stuff comes in over here. Let's see, those tab in there. This tab's together here. These come down. All right, and there. Now we have Mixmaster in his construction vehicle mode. They did a good job on the wheels here. I really like that they've got like all the they've got the silver hubcaps and stuff too. We got the little Decepticon symbol there on the front of the mixing truck. We got a little 5mm port there to plug the gun. Yeah, he looks nice here. And yeah, the Insecticons are great, and I need to actually pick up like the last of the deluxe Insecticons just came in for me at GameStop. So not GameStop, EB. I need to remember to get the name. That's what happens when you get store name changes back to the old store names. Once you've gotten used to the old one to the new one, suddenly they sell it to someone else who then brings back the old store name and who isn't a crypto nerd. I'm pretty sure a lot of the money from the EB Games sale, GameStop put straight into crypto.
Wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, whereas like the guy who bought like EB was like, yeah, so everyone remember how great EB was back in the day, like as a game store in Canada. Yeah, we want to do more in-store events and just try and make it a place that people want to come in and shop. So, and I mean, like, yeah, I love going and pick up my new toys there. So, some of that is my store discount because of like my customer card, but yeah, because they have very good store discounts if you buy a lot of toys. But oh yeah, the deluxe Insecticons. Yeah, like the last one that they're doing in the set, and I will get to this when I open him eventually. Like the deluxe guys were all originally figures from another toy line there. Right, it was Takatoku Toys' Beatrice figures there from like a different toy line, and those got brought in the Transformers to pad out the toy line because of how well it was selling in the US, and they just were like, we need more toys. So they just bought a bunch of molds off of Bondi there, because Bondi had just bought up Takatoku Toys' remnants and licensed all that stuff. But then that's also why the deluxe Insecticons never really appeared in much media, because Takara went, well, we don't want you selling our competitors' toys. Because it was like, yeah, we don't want you pushing these toys that Bondi makes. It's the same reason why Jetfire got redesigned as Skyfire for the cartoon, because it was the Macross Valkyrie and Robotech came out. and suddenly, and even though Hasbro did have the license to sell that toy, they didn't really want that between them and Takara, like they did not want to be promoting their competitive, like the
They
Bay.
want to share.
They didn't want to promote Macross stuff. Macross is huge in Japan, so they didn't want to be promoting that. So like, there's full-on notes in the actual production Bible for like season 1 of Transformers. It's like stuff that are telling people like phase out using this character. Like they actually did put that in the production Bible. It's
Crazy.
kind of funny. Yeah. But yeah, just putting them back in the bot mode so I can get all these Constructicons together. Again, very simple transformation, but hey, the Constructicons have never been very complex figures. That's just their lot. And I do really like he has some good support here for like the actual heals and stuff too. Like these are going to be added parts here for more. They're more for stability, I think, for the Devastator mode. These heals, but like it definitely you're not going to be able to tip them over really that easily. Like this guy here is a lot less stable in terms of standing up, honestly.
You left me a suggestion.
Yeah. Right, that's right. Oh, I've got a I have just a private discussion going on there. I mean, we could dial you in. That's up to Sunny though. So, but I'm not
True,
going to.
dude. I'm just vibing.
Yeah. I'm just making sure because you're streaming as well too. So I'm just making sure before I like bring anyone else in or something like that. So.
Sure, go right ahead.
Okay. Let me just add you to the call then. Hold up. Let's just do that. Yeah, just making sure. Where's
I appreciate it.
Let's see. Add friends. Okay, I am. Let's see if this. I'm just seeing if this makes a separate DM or not. Hold up. I don't know if it'll. Actually, I'm just gonna make a new group there. Just I don't know how it works for sharing chat stuff. So. Just to be on the safe side, I have no idea how it handles the chat sharing there if you like turn one group DM into another. So I'm just gonna let's just switch the voice call over to this one. So and then I will do redo the screen sharing. All right.
All good?
We're just waiting for Strideways still. That'll give me a chance to just redo my screen share.
Could you see my channel?
I'm hearing you fine.
Sure, I should be pinned, but if not, I can drop a link.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There he is. Hello.
Hey, it's me, the devil.
Hello.
Yeah. So Strideways, Sunny Strideways.
Nice to meet you.
Me too.
But yeah, so that is 3 Constructicons down now. So that is the Bon Jovi number. Okay, good. Someone got that.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah, because we're halfway there.
Oh my God.
Living on a prayer. All right, and with that, we got 3 down. So let's go on to the 4th.
How long have you and Techno been friends?
Probably
How long has it been now?
year or 2. I'm just not sure. It's like I think I met you through Kiko's Discord. I think
I did.
so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm trying to remember now. Maybe it's been longer than that, because yeah, it was definitely before Blue Sky was a thing. So
I want to say 2 or 3 years. Yeah.
probably
It's
something
been a
like that.
while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Crazy. Time. What is time?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got the leader of the bunch. You know him well, and he's finally here to kick some tail, I guess. Yeah, it's a Scrapper, because nothing says leader of a team of combining guys like the guy who forms the left leg. Oh, sorry, no, he's the right leg. My bad. Right leg. But yeah, nothing says leader like the guy who forms the right leg. Like, yeah, right. Yes, Ramses, I agree. I love that as well. Also, I have a personal affinity for Scrapper because Scrapper is the engineer of the team, and as someone who actually did do engineering in post-secondary, I do have an affinity for him because of that. Like, Scrapper is Like just even in the G1 cartoon, like from what I've seen of that, it's like Scrapper was always my favorite of the Constructicons. Like I just really like his design. I like how he was like the take charge guy who's like giving all the orders and stuff. And again, the fact that he forms the leg, so he is literally holding his team together.
It's
He's
usually the head. It's very interesting.
yeah, well, yeah, I guess because I mean the Constructicons are a little bit different as a team too because it's a 6-man team. Because that was before they did any of the Scramble City stuff where they have like just like guys as the limbs and then one guy in the middle. But yeah, like even with 6-man teams, like the Lio Kaiser, for instance, who's one of the guys in Transformers Victory, he's a 6-man team, but Leo Zach is the leader and he's the top torso. I'm very curious how Hasbro decided to make Scrapper the leader of the team there. I'm curious how that came about, considering that you would think that Hook would make a little more sense given he forms the head. But yeah, so we got Scrapper here, and we do have some paper accessories with him too. So let's get those open. We're gonna have a gun in here, and let's see what else. Yeah, we got some accessories for the Devastator mode. We got Devastator's rifle right here. So we got this big rifle here that is going to be for Devastator for the combined mode. Yeah. It's interesting that they gave him the rifle, considering that like on the original toy, Scrapper actually came with the chest plate. But I guess they probably wanted to put all the torso parts in with the torso guys, so that does make sense. And then of course we got Scrapper's little gun as well too. But yes. Oh, Scrapper looks so good though. Like he was honestly with the Combiner Wars version of the figure. That was like one of my biggest disappointments because the Hasbro version had no elbows. The Takara version, they did engineer elbows into the toy, and that's the one that I have on my shelf here that I will show. But yeah, like the Hasbro one had no elbows, and that honestly really sucked because
No elbows.
I really liked this. I really like this Scrapper toy. Like, let's just bring him in up close here. Like, this is a really nice toy. But yeah, like on the original release here, on the original release that Hasbro did, like these arms, this was all just one piece here. With like the fold-in hand here, like there was no actual working elbow joint. This was full-on re-engineered to give him working elbows. Right, because this swivel was the swivel was there, but the elbow was not. So yeah, like Takara gave it a little bit of an extra budget to change that out. But yeah, so Scrapper again, just comparing the head sculpts. They went a bit darker with the gray on this one. They went more gunmetal with the silver on the Takara release here. I think I do like this one a bit better with the lighter silver. But yeah. So let's get his stuff in hand and let's take a look at his articulation and stuff.
Other model than the last pair did.
Sorry?
I have noticed the last pair that you showed, the
Bone Crusher and
Bone Crusher. It is Bone Crusher.
Yeah.
Yeah. His two models looked different compared to these two models. Is what I was saying.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, because we got Bone Crusher there. We got Scavenger there. We got Bone Crusher here, and then yeah, we got Scrapper over here. But yeah, I like honestly, I love this guy's design. Like I really like just like the look of the face, the whole like just purple and silver and the oak chest there and everything. Like it's just a really nice design. And then he's just got like his shovel hanging out back here, and it just locks into place here, so it's just nice and rigid. It's great. Oh, and I guess we can fold this little guy back there too, just to hide that away. Like it's really clean. And looking at his articulation now. So we got ball jointed head, so very expressive head. Let's see. Universal joints. Yeah, we got some universal joints there. Kind of some weird, a little bit different in terms of how his shoulders are assembled, but that's clearly a case of just, because of the transformation. What else we got? We got swivels here. We got a bicep swivel. We've got a elbow joint, 90-degree elbows. Again, we got no wrists. That's consistent with like all the Constructicons so far. We also have no waist, which is also consistent with all of them so far, unfortunately. Yeah, we got some good leg articulation, thigh swivel, 90 degrees here. And then yeah, we got some toes. We got some really deep ankle tilts too. Really deep ankle tilts. And overall though, we can just get him into something that's fairly actiony as far as a pose goes. Like, oh, this actually, yeah, we can get him in a really good actiony pose like that. Like, he looks really nice. It's a very nice scrapper toy. And then, yeah, he's got his little cockpit butt there too. You know, so the organics come out of his rear, as you would expect. I'm just refilling my tea. And then we'll get back to this. Yeah, it's a nice scrapper toy. Again, my favorite of the Constructicons personally, so I have a little bit of bias there. Let me just mix this all
I
up.
like the Studio Series more as they are at least engineering the figures to be more than just a limb.
Yeah, they definitely had more budget on these to actually do them as individual robots. Like the other one, yeah, that was probably the big negative with when they did do the Titan class combiners, because the Titan class combiners all kind of compromised somewhere. I'm just warming up my tea. Like when they did the Predaking, for instance.
Voice chat for a bit. I'm gonna duck
Sorry?
out of voice chat. I'm just
Okay.
in the mood for listening.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. But yeah, like when they did the Predaking combiner there, like Predaking is another case of the combiner mode looks really nice. And then they kind of compromised hard on the individual robot modes because the two leg guys, because they needed somewhere to put the thighs, and there's no real good place to put the thighs in the toy. They're just hanging off the back of the leg guys. So like the two leg transformers there just have like these giant thighs hanging off their backs in robot mode, and the thighs just kind of just sit underneath them in the beast modes, which is a bit unfortunate, but it is a really, really nice robot mode, I will say. Like the whole combined mode for that Predaking is great.
It's really nice. I like this this design.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So. Yep. Yeah, absolutely, Ramses. Yeah, like you can really see that there's a lot of care going into these individuals here. And then the transformations aren't too difficult either, but that's just an artifact of the Constructicons as toys to begin with. Yeah, so and speaking of transforming, so this all folds up here. I'm really curious how they'll do how the head is handled here, because on the original toy, the head for Scrapper, like the reason that the head for Scrapper is designed this way in the original toy is because it just pushed in. So this entire piece here was there so that you would have somewhere to be able to get like your finger in to pull it back out. But they clearly are not going to be doing that on this one because they generally don't do push-in parts anymore on figures. Like those are more trouble than they're worth, honestly. So let's figure out how this all goes. Ah, cool. The legs. Ah, nice. Oh, that's cool. That's cool here. The legs just separate out, and then they're going to fold back over themselves. That's cool. Yeah, that is a nice little touch. And then let's see. How does this all go? The legs need to go there. And then these heels need to come up, I think. But, Yeah, let's see. So these go here, and then how does this wrap around? Because yeah, that needs to close up there. And, oh, these come around like this. Right, I forgot. Ankle tilts. So this all just goes like this. Ah, these snap in over here, okay. Those just full on snap in. These close up. Ah, like this here. So yeah, so we just have the lower legs just wrap themselves around and just peg together like this. And, okay, and then I don't have this quite together. Yeah, because these need to slot in over here like that. I guess it's probably easier to slot this one in first and slot the one with the peg in next. But yeah, bring these together, snap that all together there. There's the back of the vehicle, and then we just bend these elbows, bend these elbows because the elbows actually like bend as part of the transformation now. And yeah, those all just come in over here like this. Yeah, this all just comes together nice and flush. And I'm betting the chest opens. Yep, the chest opens. Swing that up there, hide the head. And then we just bring everything down there and we have the, what is this? Not a shovel, it's, how am I forgetting my construction vehicle names?
Steam no, this isn't the steam shovel.
This is just a, bulldozer?
Yes, bulldozer.
Oh, which one are you saying that's?
Wanting to say
The reactive avatar. Okay, yes, I do have one. Yes, they were both made by the same person there. They were both made by Hika, and I'm gonna give her a shout out. Hold up, let's just.
Heck yeah, shout out Hika. If you want a little squishy, a little bouncy dude, Hika has them for a very affordable price.
Yes, yeah, she does these on her VGen, so that's where I got mine. Yes, they're really fun. Like I'm using this one over on Sunny's stream right now. And okay, and then this guy comes down here and locks over there just to hold all this down.
Where did I go? There I am.
Yep. No, I did not. No. What I did do with mine though is I have a version that I made as a that I like broke apart and turned into like a PNG Tuber Plus avatar there, so it has a little bit of motion to it, and just like animated the mouth a little bit and stuff like that. So I do have that for like my non-reactive version. I had a lot of fun doing that. Like, I think I've mentioned it that, like, if any of you, like, want me to, like, take a stab at doing something like that with your own, just let me know. But,
exactly. A binka by hinka.
Yeah. But, yeah, anyway, yeah, so, yes, the gun just clips on over here via that little tab and just sits on over there. The Devastator rifle, I don't know if this goes anywhere. Let's see. I can see it definitely, places it definitely can store. Yeah, like we can definitely store it over here. Though we might need to break it down then. So we can store this half over here. And this one... Do we have storage for... Oh, I guess we can just do this. I guess we can store the giant gun like this on his side. And then for Scrapper's gun here, we could just... I'm just trying to forget the best place. I guess we could put Scrapper's gun like that. So there, we've got all the Devastator bits there. Oh, the tab on the cowcatcher? Oh, you mean over here? Do you mean in here or?
Big gun.
Like, where's the cowcatcher here? Oh, I see. I see what you're referring to. Right, we can put it over here. Right, so we can put this gun in over here too. And store it in like that. Okay. So yeah, so we can store Scrapper's gun over there. That's pretty cool. Yes. But yeah, no, it's a nice Scrapper. Like Scrapper is like my favorite of the Constructicons. I don't think that has changed. I think visually speaking, I think Scavenger is probably my second favorite from a visual standpoint because Scavenger just looks really cool with like his silver chest and stuff. But I think Scrapper still remains my favorite overall of all of these Constructicons. So let's put him back into his robot mode then. As I mentioned earlier at start of stream, the way I'm doing all these is I'm going to do all the robot modes. And then I'm doing all the alt modes, but I'm putting them back into robot modes because, look, we're going to be combining these all. And I want to get my group shot before I combine all the toys. I want to get my group shot of all the robot modes. So it is entirely a vested interest. Like, I do like how solidly everything tabs together as well. Like, these just... Yeah, this all tabs great.
Game is that? I have an idle game called... I think it was Maltese's... What the hell is it called? Yeah, Maltese's Fluffy Onsen. And it was supposed to be like Hika's thing, where you guys could come in and do... Like, your little avatars would be taking baths and buying sodas and stuff. But I can't get it to work.
Oh no. That sounds fun though.
Yeah. It's just one of those stream edition have running while you're doing something else games. I thought it would be good for chatting.
Yeah, that is a good idea. I know one game that has kind of gotten my attention there. I don't know if I'll actually play it, given that like how long my game backlog actually is. But I've seen ads for it on Blue Sky. Like I think the game's called what Sushi Ben. I think it's out tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
Just
that one
because,
just came out.
yeah, like honestly, like the aesthetic, I think that is like that. I think got everybody's attention with that game is the one villain. Like
Yep, the lady.
like the lady who's very much of the oh ho 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 vibe of character design. And the best part about her design is the fact that whenever she walks anywhere, she does not walk on the ground. Her interns
Yep.
form a path that she walks on. So she has never actually setting foot on ground. She has
It's
just
great.
like a revolving door of like just employees who just switch positions that she is continually standing on their backs. It's kind of the
really
best.
good.
It's kind of the best aesthetic, and her design is single-handedly what kind of made me go, "What is this game? This looks really interesting." Because it's just
My friend Soren was checking it out today. He had a really funny
Oh.
clip where he kept looking up at her and he didn't notice the text box below.
Right, because the game has like VR and non-VR modes too, doesn't it?
Yes, he was playing in VR.
Mm-hmm.
It is like Rusty's. I can't get Twitch integration to work. I don't know why. Maybe I can troubleshoot that.
Yeah, I think we did. Maybe it's another web browser thing. Who knows?
It actually could be, which would be disappointing.
Yep. Yeah, because you've been having bad luck with just the fact that we can't actually get that working, unfortunately, with this chat integration. So there, we are down to 48 things to unbox, and we have Scrapper
Even number.
right back here. And it's about to get a bit weird because the last two are in the same box, so it's going to be an odd number when we're done.
Oh.
And that's why it's going to get weird. And we have our final box here, which is... Oh, this is going to turn, okay. But I'm going to have to move stuff so that it doesn't wipe things out, because it probably will. It's a big box. Let me move all these guys off to the side here. And let's see if this will turn or not. Because, yeah, we have the Commander class box here of Hook and Longhaul. They did the last two Constructicons. This thing is actually chugging. Let's turn it off for now. Yeah, they did the last two Constructicons here in a 2-pack. If we show this here. There's no window because, like the Commander class figures, they generally don't do windows on the pricier figures once they get like above a certain price point. It just at that point becomes a let's give it some catchy box art in order to help sell the toys inside. And that's how they've done the Commanders very consistently. So yeah, they put these two in there. They've got like the most because these guys are going to be forming the torso. They also come with all the remaining parts to do the combined mode. And I think that the big reason they did these as a release too was also try and make sure they got everything out within the same year as well. So they used the Commander class price point to do that. Interestingly enough, the other Commander class we got this year was another combiner part because we also got Silverbolt, who forms the core of Superion. The aerial bot commander. I still need to open him. But yeah, so it's nice big box. Let's get this open. And let's pull the entire thing out of here. It's cardboard. It's paper. It's raining instructions. Hallelujah. Bringing this around. Yeah, we have... Okay, I guess we have a couple of vehicles right here. So we're not going to have to do that double transformation on these two. But we've got this giant sheet here for instructions. It looks like the sheet is Longhaul's instructions, but also the Devastator instructions. Or is this... No. Or is this... Oh! This is the instructions for the entire combined mode right here. Like they just did a separate sheet there for all 6 Constructicons for putting them into their combined modes. Okay. And then we got this smaller sheet over here that has just the Longhaul and Hook instructions. And just showing all the different parts and stuff. So, yeah, we are going to get them out. They are packed in vehicle mode because that's more compact. And they don't need to show them off in the box. So we got a couple of vehicles there. We got these combined mode chest wings here. We got Hook's Hook. And we've got, oh, we got another vehicle up here too, up top. One of these blocks, one of the things that they did for this figure here, well, they've talked about this in some of the designer roundtables and interviews and stuff. The Hasbro guys, when they've been talking about the design stuff, I guess when they originally started getting the idea of maybe we should do another Devastator, they were like, I forget if they were in Japan at the time or if it was just that the designer was visiting. I can't remember if he was visiting the offices or if they were in Japan, but they mentioned to the guy about how they were thinking of doing a new Devastator to the Takara Tomy engineer. Was it Yuki that did these? I'm trying to remember if it was Yuki that did the Constructicons, or no, I don't think it was Yuki. Yuki did the last set. I'm trying to remember now. Or was it? How am I forgetting which designer? Someone check TF Wiki for me on this, because I'm trying to remember which Takara designer worked on these guys now. But yeah, and then they hadn't even budgeted anything out yet at that point. Like, they just floated the idea of, well, maybe we'll do Devastator like next for a Titan or something, like for like a combiner. And then like the next day he was giving them sketches of things that he was thinking of doing with it, including this little bit here where these are all parts that are just for the combiner mode. And they gave them all an alternate form there, so they become a trailer right here that you can then dock onto long haul. So they actually gave all these extra combiner bits utility. We got a little trailer hitch here. We can plug it in the long haul over there. And there, long haul now has this extra trailer of all these different parts for the combine mode. Okay, it's Hasui that did this. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Hasui's done a lot of cool stuff over the years. Shogo Hasui. Yeah. And it will not, okay, and I guess this won't really spin on my thing here because it's too wide. But yeah, so that's how they did this here, though, with the whole trailer mode. It's pretty cool, honestly. I'm just going to grab a quick shot of this. And then we'll just put long haul on the pedestal right there. I'm going to put all this stuff back here because we're not going to need this for a while. And we're going to start with long haul, I think. So yeah, let's set these guys back up. Let's put Scrapper back up over there. Let's put Mixmaster over here. And let's take a look at long haul. Long haul is one of those characters that historically has had some compromises involved in his design. Because of the fact that long haul is that he forms the lower body. Like on the Combiner Wars one, on the Combiner Wars version of long haul, he forms the upper legs of Devastator as well. And because of that, he is this really, really giant, dumpy dump truck. Yoto, apologies for the term. Like, he's got these little tiny squat little legs here. Let me just pull that up there. Like, look at it. Look at how short, look at how, like, thick his legs are. He's got these, like, squat, thick little legs with these really weird knees.
The thickest.
Yes. And that is entirely because, as part of his transformation, to do the Devastator mode, you just flip his waist 180, and you have, like, the entire Devastator waist piece right here. So he definitely is, like, sacrificing the most for the sake of his, of the combine mode out of all the Constructicons, in terms of his aesthetics. Like, the weird thing is Long Haul was never actually this dumpy in the cartoon or like on the original toy. Like, he was a much lankier character. And this toy is like incredibly dumpy. And he tends to be the problem. He tends to be the problem one that a lot of companies have when they're doing Constructicons, just from the standpoint of his aesthetics do not actually really work all that well with Devastator. Like, if you want to get Devastator, you generally have to sacrifice somebody. Yes, the Danny DeVito of the Constructicons. He's also the one who's always complaining because he's always the one that has to like be carrying things. Although he's not going to be carrying that much because this truck bed is completely filled in with leg detail, as you can see. You're not really going to be putting much in this truck bed. But yeah, let's see. We've got the little Devastator wings over here. Just to go through the accessory bags. We got the Devastator wings here, and we got this other accessory bag over here. As soon as I get it open. Yeah, we got the center part of the, we got the center part of that, and we got a couple of guns here. Yeah, we got a gun here. We got another gun here. We got another gun piece over here. And we got the forearms here for Devastator. I think there's some stuff for the trailer mode that these actually need to go into and peg together. So I'll take a look at that. I'll take a look at that in a minute. But let me just see which, I forget whose gun is whose. So let me just double check that. Okay, that's Hook's instructions there. I want the long haul instructions. Which one's long haul's gun? Okay, so pull these things out here because long haul's gun is this gun over here, I believe. Yeah, this one's long haul's gun. And I guess we can just, well, it doesn't really peg in there. I'm just looking for a little 3mm peg to slot this into that will actually work. And not finding one so far. Yeah, that's right. We have the Cybertron theme. All right, let's see. This is just like my big Transformers playlist. So I'm just trying to find like where the weapon storage is on long haul. And oh, okay. No, I was looking at these wrong. This is actually Hook's gun. Long haul's gun is this missile launcher over here. Okay. Yeah, so long haul has this little missile launcher, so he's got a 2-color gun. So this just comes together like this and just locks together. And then this, we're going to be able to just plug in just by putting it onto the side of the vehicle like that. So yeah, so he does have his weapon storage. And I'm just looking here at the arrangement for like the giant trailer because there's a bunch of arrangements here for the giant trailer too. So this giant trailer, we got this over here. We've got all the forearm bits that are going to plug onto this trailer. And for that, let's see. We need to assemble these. We need to just store the fists inside. Oh no, or do we... I'm just seeing, do we peg these fists on or do these... Okay. Yes, the fists peg on over here. These are symmetrical pieces here, so it doesn't matter which one you use for the forearms. They're both the same. So we peg the fists on, and then we can fold these in like that. Kind of like those Blitzwing fists. Kind of like the Hulk hands that Blitzwing came with. And then, yeah, so we fold these in here. And now we got Galaxy Force stuff, too. Woot. And I'm just trying to see if this... Oh, I just need to rotate the hand, that's all. We just need to make sure we have the hand the right way. So that this will come down and in. He says as he keeps flubbing this. Maybe it goes this way. I'm just struggling to get this in properly. Oh, there we go. That's in now.
There we go.
Okay, and then we got these. Yeah, and then we got these little 5mm posts that can fold out here. I do like here that these posts have little divots on them so that you can like get a finger in there and like fingernail in there to be able to pull them out. And these guys are just going to go onto the back of the trailer here. And then that gives the trailer some missile batteries. You can see we got your standard spammy missile batteries on the back of the trailer right here now. And as for the wings and all that stuff, those do mount on the sides as well, it looks like. I'm just looking at this here. Yeah, the wings, we got some tabs and slots here. So we can get these wings in the sides here. I really appreciate they got all this weapon storage in here. It's really nice that all the combiner parts like actually go somewhere other than off to the side. And they have been very good about that too. Like on Motormaster, all the combiner like for Menasor on Motormaster, all the combiner parts transform into his trailer, and then they become a battle station. And on Superion for Silverbolt, they made like a whole attachment for the back of the jet that's kind of like a big booster part that then also becomes like a little base mode. And this guy here, where does the centerpiece go? Oh, that goes on the underside. Okay, so this guy here just goes on like this. Just slots in over there. Oh, that popped back off. Yeah, I really like the design here, like for how they did all these pieces to build this trailer. It's honestly a pretty solid trailer. I'm just seeing if there's anywhere that's official for putting the gun onto the trailer. Because that would be like the ultimate chef's kiss if we could just store this gun. Let's see. Oh, I think I see some slots. Yeah, so we got a little slot. We got that little slot over here. Let's see if this works on this gun tab. It does not. Yeah, I'm just struggling to find some storage for the gun that came with Scrapper on the trailer. unless it's in the instructions somewhere else, but I don't see. Let me check the other booklet. I'm curious now if there is anything called out in the other booklet for the gun. Oh my god, yeah. God Bomber at home. I still need to buy God Bomber. Like, I have not actually bought him yet. I need to fix that so that I can like do my God Jinrai. Like, if anything, the fact that I missed the pre-orders is kind of slowed down because I will just slow down my getting him because I will probably just buy him locally when our local reseller gets him in. And I don't think they have God Bomber quite yet. When I last talked to the guy, he was like, "Oh yeah, like all the ones that we've got coming in the first batch are all going to straight to pre-orders." So I didn't really have a huge hurry. But yeah, I'm just checking here to see if there's anything about where the guns go for the for the trailer, for the giant rifle. I don't see anything called out in the instructions.
Such a big one.
But yeah, no, that is still really nice though, the way they did the trailer. I'm just gonna put the trailer back on long haul. Oh. And knock things down apparently. Yeah, let's put this whole completed trailer back with long haul. Close it back up. And yeah, there we have this giant trailer. Like, it looks pretty good. But yeah, we did the turnaround on long haul already, I think. Yeah, you know, he's got like what, like dumps like a truck, and you know, I was like, what? I full on went on a rant last night, like that, like about like that song there, like while I was streaming Genshin. Like Strideways can attest to that because he was there. Because I was telling him all about Legends of Tomorrow and how Legends of Tomorrow used the thong song. Like, did you ever watch that show when it was airing?
I did not.
Because they did an episode there for one of the episodes for Legends of Tomorrow. They did one where like reality had been rewritten by the Fates, and they had kind of made like a more like they had essentially like written reality into a Project 2025. Like I'm not really joking all that much. That's more or less what they did. They rewrote reality into Project 2025 on the Fates, and like there was a whole museum of like all the mistakes of the past and like like when mankind was unenlightened and stuff. And one of the exhibits in this museum was like a wax statue of Cisco in the thong song outfit when they were talking about like the low points of human culture. But it gets better. It gets better because they then end up having like a final fight like later on in that I forget if it was that episode or the next one, but there was like a whole final fight in the museum there. And at one point in the fight, one of the characters hits the button on the interpretive exhibit, and the Cisco thing is actually an animatronic and starts doing the thong song. So the thong song is then the background music for the fight.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and they actually did get Cisco in for that too. Like, it wasn't a lookalike. They got the real Cisco in specifically for that gag.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm. And it really was a case with that show where it's like with the characters that's like, yeah, like when I say the Project 2025 thing, I mean, part of that's like, I'm pretty sure like there was like only like one straight person in the cast by the end of the show. Like, if that, like it was a very like that show was very good, and that show was like Gay Disaster the series. Because they were a lot of them were all kind of like, they would tend to screw things up. Just they would save the world, but they would screw things up while they're saving the world and stuff like that, and
yep,
relationship messes and stuff. It was a fun show. But anyway, speaking of fun, we've got Transformers here. So let's bring out these big dumpy legs. We just got these wheels sitting just back there, I guess. Kind of wish these folded these folded in or something like that just to get them out of the way, but yeah, the wheels are just sitting there. And what else? You can see here we have more stuff where they've got like, looks like they got like green painted over purple over there as we're transforming it. Bring the arms out. Bring all this down here. Bring this whole back of the dump truck up. Fold this up here. Get the head up there. Lock this down. And then fold up the hands. Fold up the arms. Lock this in. All right, we're almost done. Is that supposed to come up all that way, or? Oh, okay, just because it just needs to go through there. Okay. All right, and there we have it. There we have, once we give him his gun, we have Long Haul in his robot mode. And he looks really good here. He looks really nice. Just the camera again, but yeah, it's a really nice looking Long Haul. Oh, no, you're right. The Nasuverse does not like Long Haul at all. Like, yeah. But oh, that's true. He kind of is like almost as thick. Like he is almost as thick as his Revenge of the Fallen counterpart. And Revenge of the Fallen Long Haul, incidentally, is still like one of my favorite Long Haul designs. Like just as a like, it is just a really cool toy. Like it's a really fun concept. I really love that original toy that we got back in 2009. Like it's a fun toy. It's a big bulky fun toy. And yeah, so we've got, just looking at the head sculpt here, he's got just like his classic silver head here. If we bring these over here, you can see here that we've got, again, it's pretty much the same head sculpt. This is not actually green over here. That is just an optical illusion because this part of the head is just reflecting the green off of the surface here, which is kind of crazy still, honestly. Like just this optical illusion that makes it look green over here for the like crest there when it's not. But yeah, actually they did change the long haul head a little bit too. Yeah, this one it feels is going, yeah, like it's got the whole bit on the back of the head here. It's got this whole big black part on the back of the head, which again is kind of referencing the original toy, because the original toy would have had like a I think I forget if the head pulled out or if it folded in, but either way the square was there so that you could get the head in and out more easily.
But you're a mouse. I didn't mean to interrupt, but he could just spawn in as a mouse, and the serendipity was just too good.
But yeah, it is a really nice head sculpt. I really like the long haul design here. Like you can see, he definitely is not nearly as thick as this one here. Like he's much better proportioned. And looking at the articulation, speaking of, let's see, we got universal joints here in the shoulders, good range of motion. We got ball joints here. We're back to ball joints here on the forearms. And I guess he's got tiny forearms, so. And that gives him like a bicep swivel as well as like that 90 degrees bend. No wrists, again. We got this nice little ball joint here. Oh, yeah. Speaking of, that's another example here, Hika. Sorry, Sunny, just to show you. So like on the original Hasbro long haul, this was all that he had for arm articulation on the Hasbro release. This on the Takara one, on the Takara one, they went and added in this extra joint here, so he had actual proper functioning elbows. But yeah, like you
what
can.
You meant by elbows?
Sorry.
Because you were talking about elbows earlier. That's what you meant by elbows, was the articulation.
Yeah, elbow articulation. Like if you look here, this joint here that I'm showing right here on the Combiners one, this was not on the Hasbro release. The only joint on the Hasbro release was this one that went in and out. And then this swivel over here, I think. So, like it was much more limited in terms of what it actually had for posability. Like Takara full on went and like added a whole bunch of engineering when they did their release of the toy. Yeah, back to here. We got hips. We got some good hips. We got some pretty standard Constructicon articulation. Again, we got no waist. It feels almost like at a certain point they went, well, nobody has a waist. Let's just keep it all consistent. We got some pretty good leg articulation. Actually, like, I really like how these legs are done here. Like, just looking at the design here, you can tell here that like the actual knee is all the way down here. So his legs are actually kind of a little bit longer than they look, which is nice. Like I kind of like that there, the way they did these, and these lock in pretty securely too. And then yeah, we've got these nice wide ankle tilts too. So yeah, so long haul, we can get him in some good poses. Like this. Yeah, he's a nice little long haul. And everything folds up nice and compact. And that is, I guess we don't need to do the alt mode and back, so because we already did the alt mode. So that makes things a little bit easier. So let's take long haul and let's swap them out. So we got long haul right back there. And that means that next up we have the sixth of the Constructicons. We have Hook. Hook just turns into a crane. We just put the crane in over there. Like other Hook toys, the crane does extend a little bit. It doesn't extend a lot, but it does extend a little bit, which is nice. Some nice clickiness to it. And then, of course, the little hook moves. You can kind of tell where the actual combine mode head is if you look at this guy really closely. It's very obvious. It's very obvious where the head sits on this guy. And that's kind of just been the same of Hook always. Like, you've got just this big obvious, oh, that's not a head. Like, turned around. Gun can just plug in over here on the 3mm peg and just go on the side. And then, then the actual hook arm can come up and it has some soft detents. So yeah, we can get it's a really nice looking hook there. Hook, where is the hook? And it does turn around this way, which is interesting. It's not this entire, that's actually interesting here. It's not this entire piece here that turns around on a hook here. It's not this whole bit, which is what you would expect on this type of construction vehicle, which is the entire purpose of having a second cockpit. It's just this bit back here that turns. So I guess that's a little bit of a negative, but it probably is for facilitating the transformation. But that's probably the one negative, because like even on the original toy, that bit turned. Like even on this one, does that turn on this one? Let's see. I forget if it does. No, I don't think it does in this one. I don't think that turned at all on this release. But yeah, it's a nice hook. It's a nice hook. Now bring him Peter Pan. I'm just going to see if I have any more tea or if I need to make more. I might be out. Oh, no, I got a little bit more still. Sweet. I can go refill my tea. I can warm this up. And then we can keep going. I hope you're finding these neat, though. So.
It's interesting how, like I said, the differences between the same model is interesting.
Oh yeah. It's cool. It's interesting, like for some of this stuff. Like, I know one thing I'm looking forward to. Like, I'm doing a Transformers panel at a a convention like elsewhere in the province next week. I'm going to be working on those slides on the weekend, but the angle I'm going to be taking for that is a bit more of a casual one in terms of like just for origins of Transformers, because it's one of those things you don't really think about until you just start talking to just average casual people. That I don't think a lot of people necessarily realize what aspects of the brand are American versus what aspects of the brand are Japanese. Like in terms of people, just, I mean, because a lot of people be like, oh yeah, like they brought it over from Japan or whatever. They might think that, and it's like, well, no, that's not quite. It's very much a collaborative. The entire brand is very much a collaboration. Like the toys are from Japan, yeah, but like all the fiction was originated stateside. They originated the animation and the entire fiction and everything. Like none of that is Japanese in origin. It's entirely like Marvel Comics that came up with all that stuff. Like, it's just fascinating how that stuff goes. So with that said, I think we've watched him spin enough, so let's transform him. So let's fold up the hook here.
Spin.
And let's get his legs open. Hook is one of those character designs there, like on the actual cartoon, where the legs are. There's elements of his design that are kind of impossible to do as a toy, because the fact that the toy just doesn't work that way in terms of where parts end up. So that is one thing that's always been interesting with him. Yeah, like we got this here that moves off to the side, I think for Devastator more so. But yeah, we got the arms in here. Arms are going to come out and just, okay, right, that all unlocks there. So then we can get the arms out over here. Bring those down. It's interesting seeing like consistencies and stuff too, like across like all hooks. Like for instance, this little piece here that folds out of the chest there, that is for like the combine mode. That has been like in every Hook toy. But yeah, like we have this whole detail here just to highlight that. And this one does the same thing too, where on the actual animation model for Hook, like it was only like his little booties that had green on them, and the whole rest of the legs were like silver all the way down, which is just not how the toy works at all. So they kind of have some of these parts here just to cheat that a little bit. So we have these entire leg bits that just come all the way down like so, and just lock in like this, and just gives him that whole illusion of just those silver legs all the way down. Like on the original toy, like these bits here like go down even further in terms of like where the kibble goes. And yeah, and then we get this here, and I wonder, yeah, this goes down there, but I guess you could bring this out a little bit there, and you could just use this as a further backstop if you wanted to give him like a little bit of a bit there to hang underneath. Oh no, I don't know if we even need that. Hold up, because I didn't fold this down all the way. Right, because this all comes down here, and that locks in. And that is pretty much how Hook transforms. So, let's put Hook on the thing here, and let's spin around. One thing I will say right away is Hook has some giant heels here, which is nice, because he's got all this weight just at his back here. And yeah, and he's got enough to his heels there where he is not going to fall over, which is really nice. Like, he looks really good here, standing on this pedestal. Like, silhouette wise, yeah, it's good. Like, I really like the fact that this sits off the ground. And it doesn't feel like he's gonna like fall over if you look at him funny or bump that part the wrong way. Like, they definitely put some care into engineering him. I'm just double checking on the aesthetics here. Do I have Hook? Is that how the shoulders go on Hook? They might not. Where's the shoulders? I'm just checking to see if I did the shoulders right. No, that's right. That's right. Okay. So anyway, with Hook here, yeah. What else is there to highlight right away? I guess we'll just take a look at the head sculpt. Again, it's a really nice head sculpt, and again, he's got that same artifact a lot of the Constructicons have, in that his head design is based around being able to pull it in and out because of this, and that's why we have all these weird square parts on the heads. And checking this Hook here. Now, if you're wondering why this is so long on this Hook, that's because this Hook did not have an extending crane at the original Combiner Wars one. I got an upgrade kit for this one here that does give it an extending crane, but the trade-off of that is that does make the crane a little bit too long in robot mode, so you have to put it all the way out to here from the stand. But yeah, you can see here that they are very much like doing a lot of the same tricks between these two figures. Only this one here, this new one here, is a lot more proportionate in terms of just, well, look how much of a mess the arms are on, it's really the arms that are the big thing. Like, just look at how much of a mess the arms are between these two figures here. I'm just going to get that there. Like, yeah, like the arms on this one kind of suck here. Like, they're really weird how the arms work. And we got this really weird, like, elbow hinge on this, too. Because of the fact that, again, they went and added in more engineering there to give him better elbows on the car toy. So we get these really weird... I'm trying to remember what the original elbow was on this. I think this was the original elbow bend on the original Hasbro toy, which kind of just looks awful. Like, these guys did not have very good arms. These guys kind of had really bad arms as figures, and he's got a little bit of an elongated torso here. Like, this Hook looks a lot more proportionate, just looking at the overall torso design and where, like, the legs sit and everything like that. But yeah, looking at articulation here, let's see. These panels here can flip up, which is great, because that means that we can actually, like, get them out of the way to move the arms. So we can get the arms all the way up to here, like universal joints on the shoulders. Very good posability here. And I really like the fact that they... these parts were a necessary part of the transformation, but I like that they hinged them so that we can actually still pose the shoulders. Yeah, swivel around there. Like, his arms are a little thin still, but, they don't feel like they're too thin. And then we got actually really good range of motion in the elbow here. A bit more range in the elbow than a lot of them. Yep. Well, I mean, like, you say that, Ramses, and I full on actually on... funnily enough, on my Bone Crusher, I actually had to re-glue a part before start of stream because I broke off a piece when I was pulling them out of Devastator mode. So I had to re-glue like a little chunk of plastic that was like one of the tabs. So yeah, that's what happens when you mess with toys that you haven't messed with like properly in years. But it's fine now. Like, if I pointed out the break, you would probably see it, but it's fairly out of the way. Anyway, we got like your standard leg articulation, which is pretty good. We've got about 90-degree bend here in the, almost 90 degrees, but not quite. We got almost 90 degrees there. Let's see what else. We got your ankle tilts, some nice deep ankle tilts here. We got some toes. So we got everything we need to give him like some nice poses. Again, no waist. None of these guys, and we got a ball jointed head as well. Again, none of these guys have waists, but hey, it does. I don't mind the fact that they just leaned into the fact that none of these guys have waists. None of them are wastes of time anyway, so yeah, like Hook looks really nice here. Hook is a very nice looking toy. I really like how well the green plastics all match on these two, just as an aside. Because realistically, there's got to be like at least 2 different types of green plastic in here, just because you've got the stuff that can be painted, and then you've got the stuff that's structurally stronger but can't be painted. But it is really hard to tell at a glance which is which. The purples you can tell a little bit more easily, but it's like I think like this is a slightly different purple here, I think, but it's a lot harder to tell, and that's to their credit. So yeah, so we got Hook over there. He looks really good. And I'm just gonna, I guess now it's time to just turn this thing off, and we're gonna pull it out because this is just gonna get in the way from here on out until we do the Devastator mode. I'll probably put that on once we build Devastator, but let's get those all out here, and let's all just start assembling the whole team just to see how this entire team looks all next to each other. And appropriately, woot, it's the Takara G1 theme, which is really good and very different from the American theme. So let's just put these in terms of like deluxe is. I'm not putting these in any particular order. But yeah, here is the whole team, all 6 of them all together. Let's get everybody in frame. I'll probably need to move this trailer. Yeah, that is all 6 of the Constructicons. Look at us. Here we are, right where we belong. And there's your Muppets reference. And speaking of Muppets, did anyone else see that Muppets news that came out today?
What was it? I missed it.
Oh, yeah. So they are going to be doing a Muppets show special there with Sabrina Carpenter as the guest. Like, it sounds like it's going to be in the style of the old Muppet Show.
I liked the Muppet Show.
Muppet Show is legendary, like the classic series. Oh my god. So many legendary moments.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is just, I mean, that whole show was like, original show was a labor of love, and I don't think we'll ever really get anything. I mean, even though they do revivals, I don't think it's quite the same, purely because that original Muppet Show was very much like the chemistry of the puppeteers themselves. Like a lot of that character interplay was just born of the fact that, like, you know, Jim Henson and Frank Oz were like incredibly tight as friends. So like, if you notice just how many characters are just like Frank Oz and Jim Henson bouncing off each other, like they kept doing that. They kept giving each other like pairs of characters that could just riff off each other. It's great.
It really shows their talent in character work.
Yes, and they also set the tone too. Like I mean, Muppet kayfabe is legendary. You do not break Muppet kayfabe. Like, even if you've got like people like, there's a regular at TFCon Toronto there, Evan, who he runs all the AV stuff for the convention, and he also has a Kermit the Frog puppet, like full Kermit the Frog puppet that tends to come out when we're waiting like on the script reading judging to finish and stuff, because he does a decent Kermit impersonation too, and like it is just awesome. Like whenever Kermit comes to life at TFCon, and then
Achievement. I just got an achievement. What? It says watch guests slip on puddles 1,000 times.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, I'll start
really
putting
good.
these to vehicle mode while I'm chatting, I guess. But
hell yeah.
But yeah, what's great though too about like with stuff with Kermit there that I mentioned for TFCon is that Another regular at the convention every year is there's a guy on who's like regular like con volunteer and stuff who's there every year who he cosplays Swedish Chef.
Ooh.
So like yeah, does it have anything whatsoever to do with Transformers? No, but every year at some point in the like when the script reading happens, where we all do like we all audition for like different parts like during the script reading. Every year without fail, he shows up as Swedish Chef. And he he is in character as Swedish Chef, like like full faux mustache and everything like that there. And then as part of the charity auction for the Toronto show, a bunch of us bid on like passes there that'll give us like unlimited auditions there, so we can audition for all the characters instead of just like 2. And he's one of the people that always bids on those. And he goes up and without fail like just does every character as Swedish Chef. Like he just reads everyone as Swedish. He just reads all the characters as Swedish Chef. And
Knows
yes,
what he
he has been cast before too, like more than once. And yes, he does still stick to the bit. Like really nice guy. Like I actually got a proper like just hang with him like last year, like just grabbing dinner. Like really nice guy. Like he had some good convention stories and stuff there. Like it's just fun because he'll do Swedish Chef at other conventions and stuff too. But like he is very much like one of those like unofficial mascots of the convention. So let's see. I'm just trying to. Yeah, this tab's in here. I'm just trying to line this up right. It's not lining up quite right there. God, Transformers animated theme goes so hard. Oh, we already have this theme. Yes, animated is great. And yeah, why are you guys not going in? I see how this is supposed to tab in. I'm just trying to struggle to get to the tab. Oh, it's an instrumental, the G1 theme. Okay, this one. Yeah, because these feet need to slot in over here, and this all tabs together. But why are these not quite coming together here? I don't know. Maybe I'm not pushing this enough.
Ramsey says we had a dude at STCC that always dresses Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Nice.
As long as I remember, still does it.
That makes me think. Isn't there like I forget what convention is? Isn't there a guy who like regularly like cosplays as Peter Griffin? Like one of the U.S.
I
conventions.
wouldn't be surprised.
Like, and I think he's known for it too because he can do the voice as well. Like he's been doing like Peter Griffin cosplay. I even saw a bit there where they even like shouted him out in a Family Guy episode at one point.
Oh wow.
Where like there's a reference there too. It's like with regards to wait, you mean we're not real? It's like but what about the fat guy who goes around like dresses me at Comic-Con or something like that? But yeah. All right. So there's Hook over there. Yeah, like honestly, like the people who are like dedicated, like who do their character but do it well. Oh, I just got the idea too. This afternoon, while I was just watching. Do you ever watch Sunny? I'm not sure if you follow her or not. Do you follow Chi Chi at all on Blue Sky? Like art by Chi Chi?
I don't believe that I do.
Okay, because I think you'd probably dig her streams. Because one thing that she does, like when she does her art streams, is like she will do like the afternoon part of her streams are art shares. So it'll be just like people will post like what they're working on in her Discord server, and like just post links to that, and she will just go through and just do an art share of just all the latest stuff people have done or like what they're working on and stuff like that. And it's always a blast. I'll have to give you that link, like her info afterwards, because like her streams are great. But just for seeing some cool art, like whenever like she's sharing stuff like that other people worked on. But
definitely.
Yeah, they're very cozy streams.
Art shares are harder than you'd think.
Yeah. I mean, like when you consider that it's like that she's able to do these like the art shares fairly regularly too, because she's got a decent amount of followers like on Blue Sky. So a lot of people, once she started streaming, a lot of people like joined the Discord and stuff like that. So that.
Nice.
But yeah, like just chatting on stuff there. Like someone showed off some art there, and that kind of got me thinking. Like, wait a minute, I need to do a cosplay of the concept art Eggman in his pajamas. If you've ever seen that photo there, like from like early, like
I have not. That
it's
sounds.
like this is like early Sonic concept art there, like from development stuff when they were still figuring out what they were doing, and like I think that's before they even made like Eggman the villain of the games.
Oh wow,
But
very
it's
early.
like there's early Sonic concept art that's very Mickey Mouse in its design too, in terms of like just the aesthetic. Like it's still a hedgehog, but it's much more like Disney-fied. But yeah, I was like, oh my god, you know what? I need to cosplay that outfit. I need to just like get some pajamas, and I think it's like a pillow he's carrying or whatever, and then just actually cosplay that whole Eggman outfit. It's like a deep cut, and probably like only a handful of people would get it, but the ones that would be worth it. It's like I just had the other day, like when I was picking up, like when I was in the Lego store, like ran someone who like one of the T-shirts that I got done this year there for convention stuff was like a Mean Girls reference, where like a couple of friends of mine suggested this as you need to draw this because like this is an amazing idea for a shirt, but it was there's a mini-con in Transformers Armada that's named Fetch. That's like a repaint character. And one of them went, you need to do a That's So Fetch t-shirt. And just have a picture of Fetch on it. So I did. Just for the Mean Girls reference. And yeah, and like someone like actually like picked up on the joke there, and I just got chatting with them. Like it was kind of fun.
Nice.
And yeah, you can actually buy, like I actually do have that shirt on my TeePublic store too, so because of course I do. I need to buy my Minicon shirt still too. I did not get a chance to actually buy that thing yet, so. But yeah. So we're almost done with Bone Crusher now. Getting him into his vehicle mode. Yep, snooping as usual, I see. Yeah, I do love with these Constructicons just how well they all just like very much recapture the original toys aesthetics of all these guys. Like they very much feel like just updates of those original construction vehicles, especially like Bone Crusher. Like Bone Crusher feels straight up like the original toy here. It's great. I'm just trying to remember. I know there's something on the first run that was misassembled on Bone Crusher. I just can't remember what it is. And I know people have like done fixes on those and stuff. I need to look all that up. But let's see. Ah, sweet. This is a Cybertronic Spree version of the Touch. Nice.
Pingus.
Yep. I'm assuming you've seen that meme, that Sonic meme before?
I have.
Sorry?
I have.
Okay, good. Yeah, there are so many like Adventures of the Sonic the Hedgehog memes there. That show was a fun one, honestly.
How you feeling about the cart? Not Pingus. Pingus. Pinga.
It comes from a whole bit in like for context for anyone who doesn't know. It comes from there's a whole scene in an episode of Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, like one of the early 90s cartoons years and years ago, where like Robotnik's minions enter the room and he has a "snooping as usual, I see" line. And I think it was around like the late 2000s that someone took that, probably like mid-late 2000s, where there was the whole YouTube poop trend, where someone took that line and the "snooping as usual as I see," because the middle part of that sounds a lot like he's saying Pingas, and Pingas became a whole meme. Of it's like just the whole immature he's kind of saying penis type of joke. But
that is exactly what Pingus is as well.
that is early YouTube for you. That is like YouTube in the heyday before modern YouTube. When I just saw a thing the other day, I guess like they're full on like rolling like generative AI into like YouTube shorts and uploads and all that stuff now.
Yeah, there seems to be some sort of smoothing filter going on a lot of, but it's not quite a filter. It doesn't really make sense,
Oh,
but
I wasn't even
thing
talking
is,
that.
no,
Yeah,
it's being added on into shorts and stuff without
yeah.
people permission.
Well,
It's especially affecting the art community. They keep
oh yeah.
getting accused of using AI, and then they'll go back and
Hmm.
then look at their stuff and like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. And it gets worse because I saw stuff there that they're doing like shorts uploads where you can like full on like Gen AI shorts with people and doing
Yes,
things in them and
that is
stuff.
a beta feature that they're working on right now.
And naturally, everyone hates it. Like that actually
Yep,
cares about YouTube.
it's a bunch of garbage. I'd rather
Apparently, the
sit and
problem is
watch old YouTube poops.
yeah. Apparently, the problem is they replaced the like the new CEO of YouTube is like very gung ho, and the previous one was not.
Yes. I don't think it is what's her name anymore.
No. She's not there anymore. I know what you mean, but
Yeah,
she was
whatever.
not in favor.
Susan.
She did push back against the Gen AI. She did push
She
back
did.
against the Gen AI stuff, but unfortunately, that's not where Google is at this point.
Yep. I'm adding a toilet just for Hika.
But yeah, let's see. So that's 5 of these guys into their vehicle modes, and we're gonna be able to get that whole vehicle mode shot too. Let's put the gun on. Like, I really like how cohesive these are all looking just as a unit in vehicle mode too. Like, they really nailed the look. That comes down there. Okay, how's this? Right, this comes up here. Head folds down. That goes down. This whole truck bed bit comes up. Actually, I really like this here. I didn't even notice this and point this out, but we've just got like all this little engine detail in here that is like not really seen in any of the modes except when you're transforming it. And it's kind of cool. They painted all that stuff silver in there. Just all the sculpted detail. Like, it feels like a very, well, we've got the paint budget to spare. Why not move?
I think it looks nice.
It does. It does. It's not. It's nice when you get like Easter eggs on toys, where like they go, oh hey, let's just do a thing that's like just a little extra, just because we can. Like, the people who make this stuff, like, they genuinely care about what they're doing. Like, I showed you that concept there for the humpback whale shockwave, but like today we actually got to see. Oh, cool! I didn't even pick up on this. Yeah. So for long haul, yeah, he actually has heels in here too. I missed that. So he does have fold-out heel supports as well. So he's going to be like extra stable
Nice.
in his robot mode. But yeah, we got to see today the designer on that figure there. They did like a quick little designer interview, and he showed off a bunch of the concept designs that they didn't go with for Sea Creature, for like different animal concepts for Shockwave. Like, one was a shark, one was a manta ray, and then they also had a concept that was like a giant squid. Like, they're all really cool designs, and I know I've seen a number of people are like, oh man, I wish we'd gotten the squid. And the squid does look cool, I will be honest. I think we did get the strongest one, but the squid design is kind of like a really cool squid design. I'm just trying to remember how these plug in. How do these go in here? Because I'm just seeing where the tabs and slots are. I'm missing something. Oh, it goes in like this. Okay, yes, this all goes in like that there. Still, I love just the inventiveness that like the people who are on the current design team, like, they very obviously really love and care about what they do. And it is always, I mean, like, I think everyone who's worked on the brand has, but it is always really nice when you got people who are like not just massive fans, but they also love the obscure stuff. Because we've gotten so many figures of some of like the most obscure characters, and it's great. Like, there's a few we got last year where it was like there's like 1 or 2 that were on the we are never ever going to get toys of these characters list because they are just such obscure deep cuts, and then we got toys of them, and it's kind of awesome. And they were actually like fairly decent resculpts. Like there's a pair of characters from like the UK comics where it was just a case of, oh, they would never make toys of this. They would especially never make a toy of this one obscure character who's like in 2 or 3 comics and that's it. And then they made a toy of him. And the best part is that it's actually works better than the original, than what that toy was originally meant for, which is kind of funny. So yeah, that's the entire team here all together. Just let me just get everybody out here. That's the whole Constructicon team all together. I'm just gonna move the trailer off to the side here, and let's just line them all up in a whole, like, you know, they are all moving into battle. They are all moving into action and just to attack the enemy. I guess I can actually put the trailer back on then. And yeah, I really like the trailer there. I think the trailer probably doesn't stay in quite as well as I would like. It's probably a little bit looser than I would like, but it's tight enough that once you get it in, it does stay in. But yeah, so we got this whole set. I guess we've also got the gun over here too. I guess I'll just put this on. I guess I'll just put the gun over here. Let's just put Scrapper's gun over there. Put this whole assembly over there. And there, now we got just that whole set with all their weapons. And now we get to start combining this. Now we get to put all this together. So,
Big.
this is where the fun begins. I'm going to bring the pedestal back in for this and see how, and just start assembling them all on here. So, we're going to start out with the legs. We got our leg guys over here. Pull off all the extra stuff, and let's start putting these guys together. So, let's see. I like some of these touches here. Like, for instance, this little piece here, which folds in there, feels like it's there specifically for stability, for the to make sure that the actual toe doesn't move out of place, which is nice. Like, it's just an extra little bit. And then yeah, like if it's like every other scrapper, which it is, we just bring these bits around here and plug these back in over there. And I guess we leave these. I guess we leave the elbows folded up too, which is nice. He's not doing a full handstand like the last scrapper toy did. So this all goes like this here, and then yeah, we do have that. We've got that little divot over here. So there's one leg. Mixmaster, meanwhile, let's see. There's some stuff going on with the drum, and I don't know what. So I'm looking forward to exploring that. But let's get him transformed. But I can see there's a bunch of fancy stuff going on with the drum. Like, for instance, this whole bit, if we close this back up over here. Oh, I understand certain parts now. I'm looking at this figure as I'm going and going, oh. Because yeah, this whole front, the cab over here, this all comes up and this all comes in over here. So rather than on past Mixmasters, where the entire cab just pivots up 90 degrees, instead it's just the front of the cab that's doing that, while everything else just stays in a nice stable position. As soon as I get this back. Oh, but these arms have to come out too, because there's going to be the ankle tilt, right? So I need to figure out where the arms go. So we got all this here. We got this guys here. This is all gonna come in like that. So we got this nice flat, nice solid leg here. And then we got these guys back here. These are gonna come down. That gives us some heel support. So we got some really solid leg now. Like, this isn't gonna really fall over. And let's see if I can figure out what all this does here. Because this opens up, and oh, this folds in. Okay. Okay, so that folds all the way in there, and I guess that gets this out of the way for combine mode there. Yeah, that's clever. I'm just looking for a picture of the combine mode just for reference, because I don't think they actually put the combine mode on any of the boxes.
That makes sense. It would normally be in like a paper on the inside or something.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have anything on the outside, but okay, maybe that folds in for the robot mode, that piece there. I'm just trying to tell here, looking at this. Oh no, okay, okay. I think this opens up for combining it. Yeah, yeah, this opens up here for the sake of the combine mode there. So we still leave this out, but like this is where like the upper leg is going to slide in over there. It's going to come in on there and it's going to slide in on that slot. So I just need to figure out where these arms go on the back of Mixmaster. Do those just hang off, or let me just check this now. Okay, there's still a little bit going on here for the transformation, it looks like, for all this. I am just checking here. Yeah, there's still a few steps. Like on Scrapper here, it's showing... Okay, it's showing we bring the hands out, I think just to give him a little bit more heal support. Oh, no, 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 I see. Okay, so this is cool. Okay, so the hands come out here, and then they're going to plug in back over here as well, I think. And I think that's just going to give it more support. I think that's how this goes. I'm just double checking that. Oh, no, 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 that's not how it goes. No, it's the other... No, it goes the other way around. Okay. Yeah, no, yeah, these just go like this, and that, yeah, these just fold out just to give him like extra long heal support there. So it's just going to be that much more able to stand and rock back there. But yeah, let's see what else. And it's showing some stuff here with the upper body. How does that rearrange? What's it showing there? Oh, okay. Okay. I see. Okay, so this all opens up, and that is so that this guy can... Oh, this swivels around there, I guess? Is that what it's showing me? Have I just been not doing a step right on the other modes? It's possible. Okay, yeah, this must turn around, I think, for just the regular for one of the other modes. I think it stays this way for vehicle mode normally. I don't know, but yeah, it's showing it goes up like this for this mode. So yes, that's Scrapper. We got Scrapper over there. We got Mixmaster over here, and I think these just sit down here like that. I don't think these really peg in anything. I think these just kind of just sit there. Which, you know what? Okay. I just need to make sure that everything here is locked in. Because this has come back out. Right, because of the transformation. This all unpegged. Yeah, because these legs are all realigned. So how does this... I'm just trying to figure out how this secures. Let's just take a look at the Mixmaster directions again. There's just a lot of little idiosyncrasies on these. So, yeah, there's heels full down there. Okay, I think I'm overthinking this. So let's pull these back down. Yeah, this should all still stay pegged the way it was. So keep this all locked down like that. And then bring these up over here and in. That secures all of this here. So we got this nice strong leg. These guys, yeah, I think these guys stay up over here. These guys unpeg like that. And then we can just free up the ankle tilt. Or do these come down? I wonder, do they? Let's see. We got so much going on here. I just want to make sure I'm... Oh yeah, no, those do fold down like that. Okay. And then, yeah, and it looks like it's just a case on the arms that, yeah, these just hang there and just sit out of the way. And then, yeah, so that's the legs right there. So we got the two bottom leg. We got the two bottom parts here. He's gonna come up like this. So now we grab long haul, or rather, we grab the thighs. Let's start taking apart this entire trailer here now. And you know what? I was gonna build the pedestal, but I think that given how this guy's gonna be like a foot tall, I'm gonna make the pedestal a maybe later. That'll give me a little bit more room to work with before I need to adjust the camera. So we got these two legs back here. And now we got this whole piece over here. Just pull everything off. And yeah, we got this entire backpack assembly. And you can see here we have a giant waist. So this all comes apart like that. And okay, these unpeg. We got these nice solid clicks. I don't know how well those are coming across audibly, but yeah, these big solid clicks. You can see we have this big waist right over here.
A very solid toy.
Yeah, these come around there. Like, yeah, like it's, I suppose the parts that cheat on this Devastator. And then, yeah, we got this whole like butt flap over here. That's just going to sit down like that. And then these are going to come together here to make this giant tab over here that plugs in the long haul. But yeah, like I think this is a decent compromise there, the way they did this. Like the fact they made it turn into a trailer is really cool. So yeah, so these are going to come onto the legs now. So we open up this guy here. We slide this one on there. And then we just close this entire assembly back up. Lock everything in. And there we go. That's one leg. You'll notice too that the legs are off center here. They did that on purpose just so that he can actually, because otherwise he wouldn't be able to stand like just straight up without the two like vehicles bumping into each other. So that was absolutely a conscious decision on their part. But yeah, so we got this one here. And this guy here is going to come in over here. I think it comes in the back way. Let's see. Oh, I see. There's a little tab here that's going to slot into the slot over here. So we want to split these legs, I guess. We want to split the legs here. And then we want to slap this together. So we got a little tab there. That goes in there. That closes up over here. And that all comes together. Close this up in the front. And there we have the two front legs on Devastator. And this isn't quite lined up. There we go. I'm just trying to make sure that I got him standing upright, because he seems to not quite be standing sturdy right now, at least right off the bat. Anyway. Oh, there we go. Okay, those are lined up now. What am I doing wrong? Oh, that's why. That guy here was bent a little bit. So yeah, so there we have the beginning of Devastator here. So yeah, as I said, they put these on off center specifically because then we could actually have them standing straight like this. And just looking at their articulation so far, we've got a big swivel out here. There's no ratchet on this swivel. It's just a heavily friction going out and in. There is a heavy ratchet, fairly heavy ratchet going up and down for the legs here too. And then we got just this big heavy knee joint right over here. Again, some nice clicky knee joint there and a swivel over there. And then of course we got those ankle tilts that we already talked about a little bit. We got these big ankle tilts that just go in all the way like this. Like some big V10s there. So we can get him like all the way out like this if we want. And he will, like, look at how wide I can get those legs. Look how wide I can get those legs and still have him standing just on his flat feet. That's kind of awesome. Yeah, let's, oh, this popped out here. Let's get him into more of an A stance, I guess. Get him into a more standard A stance. Like, it's looking really good already. Like, this is really nice. So we got this whole body here. And now I'm going to need to start tilting the camera up a little bit because we are going to start getting into the bigger guys. So we got Long Haul next. And he is going to form the lower half of the torso. So let's see if I can figure out how this all goes. Just by looking at it. I think it's just going to be a case of we just... No, okay, these arms need to move. These arms clearly need to move out of the way. So I think these go up here because, yeah, we've got those wheels over there. And, oh, that's actually kind of clever with the way they did this too. I bet that the way this works is these long haul arms are probably going to hide away. and these are meant to be like faux wheels, like the wheels that Devastator has there because of long haul's alternate mode, because that's normally where you would have the yeah, it's even the same sculpting here. Check it. Like the wheels even have the same sculpting. Like they are absolutely meant to be the same wheels, but they're kind of like fake parts here. It's kind of cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, because long haul, he's just going to slide on over top like this, I believe. I'm just making sure everything's lined up. Let's see. I think he goes like this. Yeah, because we got a little slot. We got... How does this all go on? Because it looks like that is there, except that doesn't... Does that fit? Oh, no, it does. It does. Yes, that all just goes down there. We get this just nice sturdy block. It's really sturdy. Like, I can pick it up from this. Like, hold up. Yeah, like, I can pick it up here. It's not going to come out. Like, there's a lot of friction on all four sides. So, like, this will come back out, but it is nice and tight. And there's probably going to be more connecting joints, too, on top of that. So, we're already off to a good start here. I just need to figure out where these arms go. And then we need to handle all of this stuff. Because I think the legs just go up like this for the combined mode. I think they sit up like this, and where does all this stuff go? I think this all hangs down like that. Let's just check this. Yeah, this is one of those things I do need instructions for, because it's all very particular. Interesting, but particular. So where's the long haul instruction? Oh, that's on the other side. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right, so that all goes like that, and okay, I see. Okay, so let's see. So I think these. Let's see. So these are gonna peg in. I'm just trying to remember how this all is supposed to go. Yeah, because it's showing. Yeah, this guy comes down over here. Okay. So let's see. So this guy here, these tabs here are gonna. Let's make sure it's in the shot. These tabs here are gonna go into these slots over here. So this whole guy folds down there, and then this folds back up, and that'll give us some spot here for hook to plug into. These arms. Let's see. These are going to lock in where? Because I think the wheels are going to go out this way, because I think we're meant to hide the wheels. Let me just check this again. No, not quite. Okay. Yeah, so these go out like this here, and it looks like, yeah, these go out to the side. Yeah, these go to the side here, and then we plug in this tab over here to this slot over here. So this is all going to come in over like this. Yeah, that's going to plug in. That's actually very solid connection once you get this in. Very solid connection on these wheels up here. But yeah, that's going to just go in over there. And then these guys here are going to... Where do these arms go? Oh, unless... Do these just sit here? They might. I think they might just sit there, because I bet that those are going to provide... Oh, no, they don't. Oh, yeah, this is going to be sturdy. Yeah, so we bring these out here. Bring the arms around like this. Peg the forearms in over there. And then we peg... And then as we were doing before, we peg these ones in over here. So we're going to end up with a very sturdy assembly right there. Like, these are not going to fidget once they are all locked in. We got enough locking points on here that this is going to be a nice and sturdy setup. Yeah, and then the legs here are just going to come in like this, I believe. If I'm looking at this right. Or do they go up like this? They might go up like this. Let's see. What does it show me about those? Yeah. Let's see. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Oh, that is cool. So, there's a secondary use for these heels. These heels come out here, but these actually are meant to. These heels actually have some tabs on here that are going to slot into solidify all that. So this whole backpack here is down there. And then the legs are going to come in. Yeah, the legs, these are going to tab in back over here. Let's put those together. That's going to tab there. That's going to like solidify this backpack bit here. And then these guys here are going to just tab into these slots here. So there, this is a very solid connection so far. Like nothing about this feels like it's like dicey or brittle or anything. Like this entire assembly, I can just like pick this up and shake it.
Really solid.
Very solid, yes. No, this is great. This is great. Like this is what you want in a combiner. The Combiner Wars one, to be fair, once you got everything together in the Combiner Wars one, it was also very solid. But yeah, this is just very nice so far. And I'm just deciding, let's do the arms next. But let's see. So, arms. Arms, I think, are just going to be, if I remember my Devastators correctly, it's going to be pretty simple. Because I think we just need to get the treads out here, bring the hand down like that. And yeah, we've got, yeah, because this is the elbow right here. I'm just trying to figure out which way this orients. Right, because he goes over here, if I'm remembering right. And then we're going to start bringing in these arms. We're going to bring in, oh, all right, you can't see this in the shot, right. Let's just adjust this for a sec. Yeah, so we're going to bring in these arms over here. And, unfold the hands. Lock that in place. And then we're going to grab the right ones. I think this is the... Oh, hold on. I just dropped my phone. So, I'm just checking to make sure I get the arms on the right sides. Okay, yeah, so he's the left arm. So he's going to go around like this. So we're going to want this hand over here. And you can see here we got a little like 5mm peg in there, so that's going to peg in over here, I believe. Or does it go in the other way? Yeah, because there's pegs on both sides. I'm actually curious what the correct way is. Let's see. If it goes that way, then that's going to fill that in a little bit more. Let me just double check this. Henshin Godmasters. Okay, yeah. It does go into the hollower side because that is going to just give us like a... Okay, I see. Yeah. I see. So yes, this goes into the hollower side because there's actually a couple of locking points here. Because this little tab here is going to... This tab here is going to lock into this slot back over here as well. So yeah, so we got 2 locking points there. That's going to give us this hand over here. We just bring the fist out there, and then, yeah, bring this all around. And then you need to figure out, like, where all these treads go. Because is there more to this? Like, I can already see that this slides onto the body there. I'm just trying to see if the elbow pulls out from the body a bit. Is this meant to pull out from the body? Let me just double check this. No, I think that's just how it goes. Okay. Okay, really. Is it that simple for the arms? Maybe. I am just checking through these instructions again. Yeah, okay, it looks like it's just a case of that, those just pop together like that, okay. Oh, no, there is another step here, okay. There's another step for sturdiness. Ah. Oh, okay. Oh, this is cool, okay. So they added some steps here for sturdiness on these. So it looks like that I'm seeing these fold up here. Okay, so these fold up here, I guess. Like this, I think. No, that can't be right. How's this supposed to go for sturdiness? There's a whole tread bit that... Oh. Oh, cool. Okay. Okay, so this is cool here, the way that they did the legs here, just... Because one of the issues on the Combiner Wars Devastator there for the combined mode when you're doing the arms is these come into the torso, but these never really pegged in all that well. These flop out of place very easily when you're messing with the toy. And it looks like they did address that on this figure. Because we have some bits that fold down. Where is the other one that folds down? There's a bit that folds out here, it looks like. I'm just trying to find the assembly point for that. Because this guy here is going to come down here, but this needs to lock into something. I'm just trying to spot where that locks in. Because I don't think it locks in like this. Or does it? Oh, no, maybe it does. Just doesn't feel like this is... Oh, no, it does. Okay. Yeah, so we can do this here. That is going to lock these treads into like a single position, which is going to come into play when we put this in the body. But that also means that when we do that these are not going to like flop all over the place like on the Combiner Wars toy, which is great. That's a great little upgrade. And this hand is probably going to be pretty similar in terms of how it transforms, because we already saw the treads pretty much work the same way. So this all comes up there. We got this whole guy that comes down over here. So this all comes out like that. These come back together. And this comes down. That locks together. Locks these treads in the spot.
Nice snap there.
Yeah, nice snap. A nice Pokemon snap. And then this all comes down over here. And this guy is going to just plug in over top, lock in like that. And there we have the other arm. I'd really like too, as a side effect of this transformation, that it actually like shifts this inside the body a little bit more too, and brings that a little bit more flesh, which is kind of nice. So yeah, that's cool. And just looking at the actual arm articulation here, we can already see arm goes up to about there. We have a swivel here as well too at the base of the arm. We have above the elbow. We have about 90-degree elbow bend here, but 90 degrees in the elbow. And I'm just checking here. Yeah, because this all comes down. This guy just, okay, that locks in place here. Yeah, so we got a 90-degree elbow bend over there. We got wrist swivels, and we've got a up and down here. So we got, and I think both hands are going to be pretty similar in terms of their articulation. Yeah, so we got this swings around, similar articulation, similar here. This comes out to there. Yeah, this all comes around like that. Yeah. So really good range of motion in the arm. Like these arms came together really well, I gotta say. But yeah. Oh, is there? Let's see. So we got the two arms over here. Oh, and I almost forgot too. There is a waist joint as well on the big guy. The individuals did not have waist joints. Devastator does have a waist joint. It doesn't go all the way around, but it goes around this much, which is still pretty good. And then we got Hook, who is going to be the top. So let's top this guy, and let's see if this goes. Let's see if this goes with a fairly standard Devastator transformation, because a lot of the standard transformations is just that these two bits like split and then come together, and that's probably what we're going to see here too. That this, oh yeah, this comes out like this. This comes out like this, and then these two bits clamp together like that. Again, it's fairly standard for how Devastator traditionally transforms. Those come together like that. This guy,
you don't need to break out the instructions for every different one.
Yeah, this guy here, this shifts out to the side a little bit there just to give the head some clearance, and the head is just going to swing up here. We will turn it around in a second, do the whole fancy head reveal in a bit, but what else? This opens up here. Ah, yes, these open up here, and these are the arm joints. There's one arm joint that closes up. That's nice and secure there. And then this one is going to just swing out, and that locks in into place. So there we have our two arm joints there. We have this guy over here. nice and solid. We've got, I'm just looking here. We've got a little slot there. We've got this little slot over here. And do we have any more connection points? It feels like there's probably like more connection points. I just need to double check because Hook generally has a lot of connection points just to make sure that everything is nice and stable when you get everything together. And let's see. Okay, yeah, so those fold back up there. These fold out there. Yeah, that's... Okay, this looks pretty standard so far. I'm just checking this. Okay. I'm seeing some stuff locking into place. Whoa! Oh my god, we got a raid! We got a raid! Hello! Hello, Raiders! Hello! Hello, it is me!
Raiders.
It is me, General Techno, and we are assembling a Studio Series Devastator. You're in good time. We're getting some good progress on this there. We're doing the final combination right now. Thank you so much for the raid, Comey. Thank you so much. Yeah, you came at a good time. I'm just gonna just do shutout here. How was your game tonight? How was your stream tonight, Comey? How was your stream? Did you do anything good there? Any good stuff? What were you playing tonight? Yeah, we are just doing the tail end stuff of Devastator. So I'm just making sure I get everything locked up. I think this guy folds back up over there. This guy, I'm seeing some stuff with regards to this coming out. I'm just trying to make sure I get this all right. Okay, yeah, because we got these double joints here for the elbows. Does this sit here? Or... Let's take another look at this. I just want to make sure I get everything right on Hook there before I combine them. Yeah, that's sitting there. Is that the... Okay, that's the crane there.
I did some work Zatsu and played one of my favorite games, which is Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. Hopefully you got some good work Zatsu done, though. So hopefully you got some good progress in the work Zatsu. But yeah, we got all this stuff here. Yeah. Yeah, if you need to go and do like your post-stream care and just relax and stuff, by all means do so. I will try and keep your audience entertained while I finish putting together this really, really solid Devastator. Like, I'll show this again, like just how solid the actual combined mode is here. Like, it's like I haven't even finished this up. It's like I can pick this guy up here, I can wave him around like this. Like, yeah, I just had the knee bend a little bit, but like this is rock solid. This is a rock solid Devastator here. Yes. But yeah, let's see. So we got a whole bunch of... Let me just adjust the camera here because we're going to need to just pan up. So let me just make sure I get everything in shot.
This music is relaxing me too much.
Oh. So let me see.
No, not your music. It's the...
Yeah, I figured, yeah.
The music that comes with the
I figured. I don't think
music.
you're hearing my music, yeah, so...
If you did, a little bit.
Well, I mean, if you did, you would probably be hearing over top of stuff, though. So, but yeah, so we got all this stuff here, and we got a whole ton of tabs and slots. Like this guy here is gonna slot in there. We can already see like these two tabs here are gonna go. One's gonna go there. I think the other one is gonna go over here. Well, we'll see in a sec. This guy is gonna tab in over here. It's looking to be a pretty solid connection overall. So let's get this in. Yeah, this is just gonna... Oh yeah, and then of course we got... and then we got this little slot here, which is gonna go into that. So we got all this. We got some nice friction tabs and slots. That guy's in there. Line up this guy over here. Okay, that's in there. Let's see. We got that slot in, nice and secure. Do we have all the other tabs and slots? Okay, this guy's in nice and secure. This guy back here, where does this guy line up to? This guy goes into that bit in the leg, I think. I'm just trying to figure out where this one lines up in. Okay, that one's in there too. All right, so we got all these tabs and slots in here. Let's just get this scrapper heel back in. This came untabbed. So we got all this stuff here. Like, again, all this stuff feels very rock solid so far. Let me just put them all the way back here. Adjust the camera upwards a bit more. Yeah. Yeah, very tall boy, yes. All right, so now let's get the arms in. Let's see, arms. It's just gonna be a case of slide it down and click it into place. And I showed this already before you rated in. One thing that's really nice, that's an upgrade over Combiner Wars Devastator. If anyone remembers the Combiner Wars toy, these two bits here did not tab in very securely, like the treads here, and they would just wobble all over. Instead, the way they engineered it on these is they have, it's that this guy folds up here, and then there's a little locking tab that folds out here, slaps in there, and just makes this a nice solid square. So like that is all like nice and secure like that. Yeah, we got all that there. So that's there. Take the other arm, and again, slide this one down until it clicks into place and is nice and secure. And it looks like that there are some tabs back here too. Like we can see there's a tab there that's going to slot into the side of the tread over here. Is that going in right? Let's see. Let's get this in over there. This one also has a tab there. That one locks in really securely here. This one's locked in. This one's not quite locked in here yet. Yeah, this one's not quite locking in. Maybe I don't. Oh, I think it's because I don't have this tabbed in right. There we go. That's tabbed in there. Yeah, this one's a bit more finicky. Interesting. Or am I tabbing into the right thing? Let's see. Yeah, because this guy does not seem to be tabbing in quite as well. Just a little bit curious, that's all. I guess it's still fairly solid, but yeah, this one doesn't seem quite as solid pegging it in here. Yeah, this is still moving around a bit, so something's not tabbing right. Maybe it's to do with this stuff over here. Let me just, I'm just gonna pop this apart for a sec. I'm gonna pop this back off. I wanna just double check and make sure everything's tabbed in here right. Yeah. Let's just make sure I've got everything lined up right over here. Just to be safe. Because yeah, these guys go in here, and I think these just go straight down like that. Let's see. Yeah, this all seems right. So let's just see. Everything here is tabbed in here. Again, like very solid connections everywhere. It's great. So let's start by tabbing this side in here, I guess. Yeah, so we can see here that this guy goes in back over there. Oh, I popped that off. Yeah, that guy goes there. This guy goes there. This guy over here. He's going to tab into this back leg like that. This guy is going to tab in. Oh, this guy's going to come and tab there. Let's retab that. And then this guy's going to tab in over here. Yeah, that's in there. And this guy goes in back here. Again, so many locking points. It's great. And all that just to see if I can lock this guy in a little bit better. And I don't think I can. This guy seems just slightly less sturdy as a tab. Like it's only the only reason I'm noticing that this one is not quite as sturdy in terms of how it tabs in, because yeah, is that this one is just so much stronger. Like you can see here that these treads are not flopping around at all. These ones kind of are. Like even though it's all secured, even though these are all very much secured, I just can't get these to line up and tab in here securely, which is weird. It's just a little, it's just the only reason it's notable is because of how solid everything else is. But I mean, yeah, like it's all very solid though. So we got this here. We got all this over here. Bring these down. Get all that there. And then we will start doing all the other bits with the chest plate and stuff. So we got the chest plate here. Chest plate. This all comes together solidly. Solid connection. And looking at how this pegs in, is it just this? Oh yeah, oh wow, okay, this is gonna secure this. Good. So it's like the Combiners Warriors ones, we have extra secure panels because it's gonna plug in over here. It's gonna plug in over here. We got like 2 tabs on each bit, and then we got a tab in the middle. Yeah. So this should all come together nice and solidly. I'm just trying to get these center tabs to plug in here because those ones do not seem to be going in quite as well. But yeah, that actually is cleaning up these tabs nicely. That gets this entire assembly together. So we got this whole chest plate in there. We got you got the knees bending there. So we got all this here. We got the arms there. We've got what else? Yeah, like very solid so far. I'm just making sure that the waist is all straight.
It's huge.
Yep. Oh, this came unpegged. That's why. Okay. I need to get this back. I need to get this guy back down there. That's why it seemed off. Okay, but yeah, so we got all this over here. And then, yeah, we got the gun over here. Get this all plugged in, like this. Give him his gun. Just plug it in above the hand right here. Doesn't seem to quite go in as secure as I would like, actually. Like it does go in over top, but it's not quite as secure as I would like. It just kind of, yeah, the gun kind of just sits over top there. Yeah. There's not really like a trigger that he holds on to. Yeah, so unless the other hand is a bit more secure, but no, it's about the same. So that's a little bit weak there. This does wobble a little bit, but yeah, and now we do the dramatic head reveal because it's super robot stuff. So we gotta save the head reveal for last. And I'm just making sure ankles are all out, everything's nice and secure. So we got all this stuff here, and then we do the dramatic head reveal, which is just bring the head out like this and then down like that. And there we have it. There we have Studio Series 86 Devastator. Like, he looks really good. And he doesn't feel, like, I will say, I love the Combiner Wars one. I love the size on the Combiner Wars one. That being said, this guy does feel a bit more like just as an in-person thing. It feels like a much more manageable size as far as figures go. Like, it doesn't feel like it's too big or anything like that. It doesn't feel like it's, too small. I'm just trying to...
And you're talking about the one that was just, like, massive, and you're like, I don't even know if I have a spot for this guy yet?
Oh, this guy, don't ask me where this is going. I'm gonna have to figure that out still. But no, the other one, I had a spot for that on my shelves. Yeah, like that one I had,
Oh,
like
okay.
just that one I had in the other room. Like that one's been on my that other one I've had for a while. I've got a spot in the other room for it. But yeah, like it's a really good size here. Really good size on this guy. I'm just trying to decide. Do you guys want to see? Let's do that. I'm just gonna combine this Devastator and we're gonna get like a size comparison. So let's see if I can remember how that all goes. Let's see if I can remember how to combine all this stuff. Because I just uncombined everything. Let's see if I can actually get everything combined once more. I mean, God, you can still see like some of the dusty bits on this. Just for the sake of, let's just get a proper size comparison going. We got all this stuff out here. These guys come up here. Actually, this is just a kind of funny case in point because this is like, just to give an idea, like that is long haul like arranged for this Devastator here. Just to give an idea like of how big that one is going to be by comparison. Like, yeah, it's big. And there's a lot of similarities in transformation. I'm just messing with Hook off camera right now, just because it'll be a little bit faster. So let's get Hook together, and then we will do the whole standard thing with Hook, where we split the torso in half. Yeah, split that out. Split this half out. Okay, what am I doing wrong on this Hook transformation? Okay, that's what. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, like just to compare here, we got long haul here, we got Hook over here. Just to contrast these two figures. Like we got a lot of the same connection points. Like this is all still gonna come down over here. These guys, right, these line up like this. Yeah, this guy does all like tab together very securely as well. Just need to, yeah, that slots in there. This guy slots in over here. That all slots in there. And this all comes together like that. The Devastator head flips down over here. But like just to compare and contrast these two, like you can already see like the size difference here. That it's like the Combiners Wars one is just like it's almost the height already, and we don't even have the legs on. Like it's just a big difference.
Big.
Yeah. Right, and then these guys, these fold like this, I believe. Okay, and then yeah, put the arms on. Let's do the legs first. Let's do the legs on the Combiner Wars one first. So we got Scrapper over here, who, yeah, has the same push this in trick as the original. These come around. He does his handstands. Like, these are the Takara ones, just for reference, for anyone who's curious that's just coming in. These are the Takara Constructicons that I have here for the Unite Warriors versions. Because, yes, I'm that person who bought both versions, so. I was very happy with both versions, so I can't really say that because it gave me, like, for a while I actually had it so that I had, like, I have these guys actually on my Masterpiece shelf, like, back when I had way less Masterpieces. Because, honestly, scale-wise, these guys are much closer to the actual masterpiece size. Yeah, and then this guy, how's this all go on again? This slides in here, right? And then these guys come up and in. Yeah, these come up and in. So this just slots in over there. Just remember how this all goes. Yeah, because these come together here. This guy, yeah, these slot in over there, and then these guys are gonna happen over here if memory serves. Yes, this comes in there. This guy tabs in. Yeah, this slot here goes into this tab. How does that work again? Jeez, it's not like oh, no, right, this comes up. Duh. Yeah, this comes up here, and then that's, okay, and then that goes in. Yes, this all slots in there, and that tabs in there, like that. And then this guy, same thing here. This slots in there, like that. And then that's this leg. All right. So yeah, like you can see there's a big, it's actually not as big as a height difference as I thought once you get all these on here. But yeah, Studio Series 86, I will say, he is rock solid so far, just mucking with him. You're absolutely right. He is an incredibly rock solid toy. And that is definitely like the high point of that figure. I'm just trying to remember how this slides, because like I have a full-on upgrade part on this guy, because of course I do. This all goes down like that. These guys come around. Is it like this, I think? Just remember how these go. Or is it like this? Okay, I think it's like this. Right, and then this guy, oh, that comes up there for the foot. Right. So yeah, so these come up here. Like it's actually it's interesting just how this guy transforms a little bit differently. Yeah, this all comes out here. This comes down and forms a foot there. This all goes up there. This goes up like this. Yeah, I do have an upgrade kit on this guy, as I mentioned, but yeah. Now these guys come up here. Yeah, these guys come out. And then this is gonna, I think this is where, yeah, these come out. And then this is how it all pegs together for the other leg. Yeah. So get these together. Like this guy honestly, I think it is a decent Titan class figure. It's not, I don't think it's nearly quite as posable as the other one, but let's see. Yeah, so get this out, slide this in here, and then these guys are just gonna come in like this, slot in, fairly secure connection. But yeah, he does not have quite as good heels, this Devastator. The heels are not nearly as good. But this should just be giving you an idea already of just the height difference between these. Because yeah, if I bend this up, you can see here, while it does fit in my light box, it is kind of pushing the limit of it. And yeah, I'm just going to do the other two limbs. Let's just do these off camera quickly. For Bone Crusher and... Like, one thing I will say with these ones is I do like all-in-one combiners in principle. And these guys are, as far as all-in-one combiners go, are a fairly decent one. But yeah, like... While I do love all-in-one combiners as a matter of principle, I will acknowledge that the whole frame mechanism that they have going on for a lot of these newer combiners honestly does like make for a much more stable toy. Yeah, let's just bring this back down. Yeah, the whole frame mechanism does make for a much more stable toy in general. Yeah. the scavenger. These come around. These come down. These plug in. Yep. Oh yeah. The frames are much more like I have not opened Silverbolt yet. I've heard nothing but great things about how good Silverbolt is as a toy, in terms of like just like apparently it's one of those cases of like the combine mode is what sells a lot of people on him because of how solid that combine mode is on Silverbolt. Like it is an incredibly solid looking figure, and I'm just trying to remember how this all goes because we got to get the combiner handout too. It should be the same as the other ones. It's I'm just showing my lack of competence, that's all. Have competence. To misquote Corone. Right. Let's see. Yeah, because this is I know this is the forearm over here. I just remember where this untabs. I think over here? Yeah, it must have untab over there. Yeah, there we go. Yes, there's the forearm. That all comes up there. This guy all... Again, like, it is very similar as a transformation, but this one is not quite as solid. And I mean, like, it's kind of unavoidable that it was going to be a similar transformation. To be perfectly honest, that's just the Constructicons for you. Yeah, so this all comes down here. Get these together like that. Get this arm out. And then, yeah, then this whole assembly here. This all comes down. Yeah, so like this is what I mean here. Like these do not tab in. These things do not really secure nearly as well on this figure. Yeah, like I can plop this guy in over here, top, and right, I need to hold that one out over there. So yeah, so this arm is in here. And, oh, this comes up here, right? And then this all comes down. Oh, and you're not even seeing any of that because of how big this guy is. But yeah, let's do Bone Crusher, and then I'll just zoom the camera out. And I'll showcase what I meant when I said earlier that I did actually like break this guy when I realized that I broke this guy like when I was transforming him. So I'll have to be careful. I did re-glue everything, and that glue is going to be nice and cured by now because it's been a few hours, but...
I will be right back.
Sure. No problem. We're just transforming an old figure anyway. So, yeah, Bone Crusher, let's get this all back together. These close up. Let's refresh my memory on how this all goes. Yeah, these all close up like this. This all comes together. This comes out. This comes down and in. And this all tabs like that. Yep. Yeah, so what broke on this was, it was one of these two tabs here. One of these two locking tabs for the combine mode, actually. Like, it's not even like there's a lot of force on these tabs usually. Like, these are just the tabs here for just locking this crotch in here. Like, one of these snapped off. I probably just, like, yeah, there's not a lot of force that's normally on these, too. That's the weird thing. I probably just, like, stuff was probably tight from just having transformed this thing in a while. Oh, yeah, you're right. They do sell the limb-only parts. Yes, I have seen those. Yeah, they do sell for Superion. Yeah, they do sell like the limb-only parts that you can like have all the actual individuals separate and just have just solid blocks inside there. Yeah, so this all goes like this. Yeah, it's absolutely a fluke the way mine broke. So yeah, this all goes here. Bring this one up over there. And slot this in. That. And then, yeah, bring this up over there. And then we just put I need to go grab the chest plate and the arms for this guy. Where did I put those? I just rinsed them off earlier because all that stuff was dusty, so I just need to find where I put those parts to dry. I just put them off to the side somewhere. Where did I put those? Oh, here they are. Yeah, there's the chest plate, there's the gun, there's the hands. So on this guy here, let's see. So chest plate. I need to zoom this back out. Let's do this here. Yeah, like this chest plate connection is not nearly as secure as it is on the other one. It's just, yeah, it's mainly focused on plugging this thing in the hook and then just doing some minor stabilizing on there, but it does, yeah. And this all does plug in fine. Like the chest plate all does plug in perfectly fine, but it does not stabilize. These guys kind of just float around. They don't really tab into anything. These kind of just, oh no, this guy goes up here, right? And then that goes in over there. But they're not nearly as stable as on the new Devastator, these bits here. So yeah, so we got all this here. I just need to slot these hands back on. Come see, come ça. Oh, do I have these on the right way? Or let's see. Oh no, that's right. Yeah, so these just slot on over there. And then we just give it the gun. I will say, I think the one thing I will say is the gun does feel a little bit more secure on this guy. But yeah, so this is the comparison one here to just put the visor down. And I really do like this on the Takara one. The visor gimmick is great on the Takara one. I love it. Like Takara did an amazing visor gimmick, but here is the grand comparison of these two figures next to each other. Oh, nice to do Rook, but he looks like an auto trooper. Oh, that's funny. I can see how that would happen. Yeah, let's see if I can get a shot here. Yeah, I would have to like disassemble my entire camera setup in order to get anything better. But this does give you an idea, though, of just how different the sizes are here. Yeah, you can see here just the big difference in size between these two. Like, yeah, like, it's less of a size difference than I thought, honestly. And let's put some things in here just so you can get an idea of how big these are, relatively speaking. So we got the minor Megatron over here. You know, construction markings Megatron felt appropriate. So we got minor Megatron over here. I don't have I do have 86 Megatron, but I have not opened him up yet. That is a future stream. So I can't actually show him off right now. And don't ask me when that stream's going to be either, because I don't know. I haven't planned that out yet. So we got that Megatron there. And we've got 86 Optimus over here, just for scale.
Oh, I came back at a good time.
Yeah, I'm just showing off scale here with things here. So yeah, so there's like the 86 Optimus just for comparison. But yeah, this guy is like rock solid. This is like an action figure of Devastator.
See, is that the one that you made?
This is the one
here.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're thinking about the Mecha Invasion one. Oh, that one. The one that we haven't finished building yet because I need to open the third box still. I think I did pull this guy out just to show the individuals when I was doing that. For comparison's sake.
That might be what I'm remembering.
Yeah.
He's
I did.
So big.
He is. Yes. That one is big. But let's see. I'm just gonna capture this. I'm just trying to get some size stuff in here.
My cat
pull
is
this
here.
guy back
she
out.
Also wants to see.
Sorry?
I said my cat is here. She also wants to see the Transformers.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just pulling this guy out here because I want
baby.
to. Let's just keep this comparison a little bit more smaller. Get this centered a bit more. So you can see this Devastator here with the Megatron and Optimus. I mean, like, the Optimus is tall, but, like, the 86 Megatron is going to close the gap in terms of height. But, yeah, so there is Devastator and Optimus and Megatron. They look good together. And to answer your question, like, I actually do have the Mecha Invasion one right here, or at least the first two guys. Like, I've actually got, like, the third box for the Mecha Invasion one right off to the side. because I was very much, are we going to have to, I was very skeptical that we would have time to properly open the third one, and I am still a little skeptical of that. But I will do a comparison shot of those just for reference. Even though this guy is incomplete, it's just got the first 2 sets in it, and the third set is like literally like just off to my side, that box with the third set. So here is these guys all together so far. To pull out, with the derpy long haul. Let me just lock the chest plate in here. Yeah, he's gotten a little bit dusty because he's just been off to the side. But like, here's the Mecha Invasion one, just for comparison's sake. Like, this is the one that I've been doing like on streams with you already, Sunny, that we still need to finish. Yeah, the tiny little long haul legs. But yeah, like, just to give an idea of size for anyone who's curious, that is how these two measure up. So like, when this guy is done, he is probably going to be, this one when it's done is probably going to be like up to here or so. So a good size. Yeah, that is these ones compared. And again, I've got the third box for that one. Actually, let's see if I can get a proper like turnaround on here. Let's see. Let's see if I can. I don't know if this thing is going to work on this stand. We will find out. I guess if I straighten the legs, it might. But let's stand them up. Let's get it straight. Let's plug this thing in, and let's see how this actually works. Just to do a quick turnaround. I'm gonna just bring this up, tilt this camera up a little bit like that, and make sure this is nice and properly out so that it doesn't interfere with anything. Let's see. Let's see how well this works. Yeah. So there, now we're doing the whole turnaround here. If you want to just get like an idea, just like a slow turnaround of this toy. Like, that backpack, honestly, in person, I don't really see a problem with the backpack. Like, he's got a bit of a dump truck for a back, but I mean, hey, honestly, it all compacts up pretty well. It's pretty accurate to how the original toy did it, I think. Oh, I need to bring this up just a little bit. The hand was bumping into it. But yeah, yeah, no, it looks pretty good on the turnaround here, though. Yeah. I will say though, for anyone who's looking at third-party Devastators, I will say that Mecha Invasion one is probably like the best value for money you're going to possibly get. It's some of the best value for money I've ever seen in like third-party combiners, considering how you're getting two. Like, if it was any other like third-party combiner, you would be paying the price that you're paying for the box of 2 of them for like each figure at least. Because like, they're like masterpiece scale figures that have like really nice construction. They have some die cast. They have lights. But yeah, yeah, like he looks really good here. Like, the turnaround works really well. Like, yeah, I'm glad I threw a whole turnaround in here. Oh, there's a lot of companies doing Devastator. Yeah, I mean, he is one of the most popular combiners for a reason. Yeah. I'm just going to pull him off again, and I'm going to showcase articulation once more. So let's do that. Because again, like, it is very rock solid, this toy. And I think it is worth acknowledging just how rock solid this figure actually is as far as his construction goes. So let's just get my camera back down and adjust it all. Zoom back out. Because yeah, like, this Devastator, oh my god, it's yeah, so like, for articulation on this guy, for like how rock solid he is, like, I can pick him up, I can wave him around, like, everything is solid. Yeah, so we got universal, we got some swivels here in the arms. Arms go up to about there as well. What else? Swivel there. 90-degree bend, almost a 90-degree bend, not quite 90 degrees, but almost. Let's see, we got wrists. Hands open. Head is, yeah, this is interesting. The head is just a swivel. There's no up and down on the head, unfortunately. There's no ball joint, so he can't really look down or anything, but it doesn't feel like his vision is that impaired. What else? We have We have a waist joint here. Doesn't go all the way around, but it goes around enough. Let's see. Hips out to here. Some nice clicky hips going out this way. Let's see. Ankle tilts. Nice clicky ankle tilts. Knees. 90-degree knees. Again, nice and clicky. Clicky, clicky. What else? Also worth bringing up too is things like, let me just get this scrapper foot back in. Also worth bringing up too is heel support. There is very good heel support in this toy. They have these extra heels fold out specifically for combined mode for Devastator. So that just adds to, like, I can push him like that. Yeah, he is not going to really fall down a shelf very easily. I'm putting a decent amount of pushing on him there. What else do we have to show on here? I did the ankle tilts. I guess that's pretty much all the major articulation on this guy. Like, it's a very well articulated Devastator. Is there anything else people want to see, like, for like size comparisons and stuff before we like, while I've got this guy here? Anything else that people are curious about from, like, that I can easily grab from, like, the last couple of years mold wise? If we got any requests, I will pull some stuff off and I will do some more size comparisons. Because, hey, size comparisons are always fun. Like, seriously, like, I love just, yeah, this guy is just so poseable. Like, you can get a good amount of range out of him. Like, it's not perfect. I mean, like, we can only get the, we can only get the elbows up to there, but it's still a case of you can get, some good actiony shots out of him. And he's not...
Any Legend class figures?
Oh, Legends class figures. Let me see what I got. I'll have to see what I got handy. Hold up. Let me just finish posing them out. I'm just trying to make something interesting with this pose. Just to show that, oh, hey, we can do a lot with them. All right, yeah, like we can get stuff like this out of them. Decent posability. Yeah, so Legends class figures. Let me see. What do we got handy? I have a few core class figures handy, I think. What do we got for core class that's nearby? Let's see. I'm just trying to see. Okay, this is a mini. That's a Micromaster there. What do we got for cores? That's Laserbeak over there. There's Rung. Oh, here's one. Let's bring out this. Oh, this Hot Rod. Okay, I need to find my Micromaster Hot Rod. He is flying. He's sitting around somewhere, but I've got the core class Hot Rod right here. Let's see. Let's show this one here. This is the other Hot Rod that they did. That's not the Micromaster. I need to find where I put him. The Star Convoy Hot Rod. But he's not standing with Star Convoy right now, so I need to fix that. But yeah, this Hot Rod, though, if we transform him, I mean, it's appropriate that we're doing Hot Rod too, given Transformers the movie and all that. But yeah, this Hot Rod.
Isn't there a new one coming out, or is that?
Oh, for Hot Rod?
Just in general.
We got a Micromaster scale one that came with Star Convoy. Yeah, there's the Hot Rod over there, just with Devastator. I'm just securing this here. Yes, there's Hot Rod right there. Actually, let me grab another thing here. That's core class technically. Let's grab Volcanicus. Let's grab the Dinobot combiner because the whole famous Dinobots versus Devastator fight. So this is is this transformed right or there we go. I had the leg around the wrong way. So this is Volcanicus over here, with Devastator as well. Just to give an idea of that scale. There's Volcanicus next to Devastator. Yeah, they size pretty. He sizes pretty well with core class, and I guess the other question to see what he sizes with, just for the sake of scale, is let's size him with a full-size Dinobot. Let's size him with one of the leader Dinobots. Let's size him with Grimlock. Which Grimlock? I've got all my Grimlocks here. Let's grab the nearest Grimlock, which is actually just the bog standard G1 Grimlock, appropriately. So here he is with Grimlock over here, just to give an idea of how tall these are next to Dinobots. So I mean, like the Dinobots are still big. Don't get me wrong. I'm just gonna straighten out Devastator's legs, just for the sake of the comparison. Yeah. Again, it's a very rock solid Devastator. But yeah, here he is next to Grimlock. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, like the Dinobots, I think the Dinobots are probably a bit. I think Devastator, realistically, the way you probably would want to use Devastator is if you're doing like the Constructicons versus anybody, like on their own individually, they absolutely would scale with the Dinobots on their own because the Dinobots are big guys. But if you want to do like a proper Devastator fight, that's where you pull out your Combiner Wars Devastator because Combiner Wars Devastator scale is probably much closer to the Leader class Dinobots in terms of just how big everything is. Because he is supposed to tower over them, and hey, Combiner's size change in Transformers. I really like to, yeah, you guys came in a bit later to see it, but I really like how they did the entire trailer setup here as well too, with how, like, this entire area from like the bottom of the waist here to the thighs, this is all a separate piece, and that piece transforms into its own trailer, which even has a little trailer hitch here that a long haul can pull. It's a really nice design. It's a really nice design thing. It works really well, and I mean, like hell, like these wheels here, these are not long haul's wheels, even though it looks like they are. These are in fact the wheels on the trailer. Like, it works really well. This guy's just really, really nice. It's a really nice toy. Like, yeah, this came out so well. I'm very happy with this. I'm very, very happy with this Devastator. Absolutely, like it took a while to actually get this guy together. I only just got the last part in the last week to finish them all up. I've been just waiting with anticipation. Originally, honestly, my plan was Sunny, I was like, oh, let's do the first two Constructicons and then let's do the Mecha Invasion set and like set 3. And then it was just like schedules got busy because I think you were busy, and then I think you were also like sick and stuff too.
Yep.
So just stuff didn't work out. And then of course, then I started getting busy because summer and conventions and stuff. And then I went, well, let's just wait for the next ones before I actually give you a ring and do another stream. Because at this point I can wait a couple of months. But I was like, I've got enough stuff, I can wait. But yeah, no, this was totally worth it though. This was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to build this guy. I don't think we're gonna do another figure tonight. Because yeah, what time is it? We're at 11:30. Been going a decent amount. Probably a decent point to end it here, just for the sake of time zones and stuff like that. Like if I was doing this on a weekend, I would be like, well, hell yeah, we're still going. But it's not a weekend; it's a weekday. And yeah, it's a good place to end it here. But yeah, again, actually, where is that? I should just put that up here as well before I go out, just to showcase again the little for people who came in late that might not have seen the little just fun little promo art I drew there for this stream. That's how hyped up I was. I full on was up till 3 a.m. Monday night drawing art for this stream. That's how hyped I was for this thing.
It's so cute. I love it. Yeah, and you're welcome, Ramses. I didn't see that.
Yeah, so this one over here, yeah. Yeah, so it's yeah. So that was the little sketch that I drew up for this thing here, which was a lot of fun to sketch. Actually, let's just make sure. There, it's all in frame now. That was that was pretty much it right there. Indeed, yeah. I honestly, I love doing toy collabs too. I've got some stuff incoming that and we've got, of course, the giant pile too, but I've got more stuff incoming I am pretty excited for. And right, I can knock another one off here too, because we've unboxed 5 things tonight. So we are down to 47 things left to unbox. Hooray! And that is probably going to be up to, probably by the end of the weekend. That's probably going to be, depending on when I do my EB pickups, that's probably going to be back up to 50. So, because hooray, that is buying toys. But yeah, let's go find someone to raid out to. Let's see. Are you still going? Are you still going to be going after this, Sunny? Or
Um,
I'm just wondering because like, well, I could always like raid back out to your stream there. So hmm?
I will for a little bit longer.
Okay, all right. I mean, unless we go raid Hika.
We could go raid Hika.
Yeah, I could raid Hika, and then you could always like see if she wants anyone to join in there too, and then you can jump there.
Just slide into everybody's streams today.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go raid Hika.
Yeah, let's raid Hika. I'm gonna send a raid to Hika there. Yeah, so because she's doing art. She's still doing her September stuff there. She met all of her September goals already, so good for her. That's fantastic. But yeah, that's all the streams for this week, though. So we'll be back next week. I'm still deciding what I am gonna do for next week's toy unboxing streams. I might have to ask around, see if anyone wants to pop on a Thursday too, because honestly, it's always fun to chat with people while doing these things. Like, it's just that much more. It's that much more entertaining. But yeah, next week though, we're gonna be doing a bunch of. There's gonna be a bunch of Honkai Star Rail stuff because the new patch is dropping. So I'm like my Tuesday, Wednesday are probably gonna be just full on just Honkai Star Rail streams, and then Thursday will be another toy stream probably because I have a lot of stuff to get to. But yeah, again, thank you all for coming in. Thank you all for coming in. Everyone who stuck around from Comey's raid, again, thank you so much. I hope you all have yourselves a fantastic night. And with that said, this is going to be Techno signing off. Until next time.